Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Good morning. Volume's good. Welcome, welcome. If you're new, I'm Laura. This is the Last Minute Laura Morning Show. We get together Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. to crochet and knit and sew and embroider and look at rocks and talk about plants and talk about animals and all these fun things. So if that sounds cool, stick around. If not, that's okay. No pressure. But definitely click the like button as you come into the stream today because it helps the channel grow and you're already here, so you might as well. But good morning. Nice to see you all. Make it a jammy day. I'm still in mine. I put on clothes. I figured it out. I got dressed. I put my hair in pigtails instead of showering. So this is what you get. Blessings in crocheting. Hey, Shatika, good morning. Candace, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I left Photoshop open. Hopefully that won't cause too many problems. Nope, you get down. Hey, Rohan. No, sir. Do you see this cat? Thinking, maybe I'll climb into that tree today. I think not, sir. No, thank you. It's like, me, I wasn't doing anything. You have no proof. Okay, so today I have a couple of bigger projects to fix. So I thought we could do that together today. I want to mend some of my crocheted sweaters. Some of my crocheted sweaters have moth damage, so they have like weakness, like weak points in the sweater. Some of them have straight up holes. Some of them, the yarn has just broken, so I need to like patch it. I brought out some of my bins of pretty things. Like I have a couple of bins. This one's got trim and lace and Velcro. This one has miscellaneous crocheted things and patches of fabric, some more trim, another crocheted thing, just some stuff that we might be able to put onto my sweaters. And then the third one, I think it's the same. Yeah, trim, lace, edges, that sort of stuff. So, excuse me, we can use any of this stuff to help mend the sweaters. I figured we'll just go piece by piece and see what each one needs. Oh, I forgot to open my curtains. 1 second. It's daytime. We need the sunlight. Oh gosh. Almost just had a large mess happen. Oh, I mean, it's daytime, but it is cloudy and snowing. Not my favorite. Okay, so I do want to fix my favorite sweater first because I don't think it's a very big mend that I need to do on it, but it does have a problem that I'm going to show you. So this is my favorite sweater. All of these squares were sent to me by subscribers, by you guys, and there is now a couple of spots that I feel like I just need to reinforce, and then also this bottom pocket area. Do you see the granny square has come open, so I need to fix that. Well, that was fun. I put on my new hard drive and had to fight to get the cables back flush in my tower case. Oh, Sid, I got a cable. Thank you for reminding me. I got a cable organizer. Maybe we can put that together today too. It hangs underneath your desk and you can put all your cables. See? Little cable organizer that hangs off the side of the desk, and I want that to be installed, so maybe we could put that together today also. But first I need to mend this, so let me show you what's wrong with it. First of all, move out of the way, hot cup of coffee. Where the pocket is on this sweater, the granny square must have had too much pulling on it, and the center of the granny square has opened. So I need to figure out a way to close it, but I don't really care if it's visible or not. That's not like super important to me. This one still seems fine on the other side. Hey there, Janice. Hey, Sid. I think that's it that is like broken. Neat cables are wonderful. I mean, I wouldn't know, Sid, I wouldn't know, but I believe you, and I'm going to aim to have my cables be neat. Currently, they are not. I will say that. Currently, they are not neat. So, a button on it. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Little button right here. Just for vibes. Like a vibes-based button. I could do a vibes-based button. I speak from experience, having been on both sides of the messy cable spectrum. I've only ever been on one side of it. The messy cable side. I could do a button. I could add buttons to a couple of these. That could be a fun little edit. What do you think? A button or just sew it closed? I love this sweater so much. I wonder if a button will add extra, like the risk of it breaking in the future will increase because there's a hard surface to bounce against it. I think I'm going to start by just closing up the hole. Buttons, yeah. Buttons everywhere, buttons. Okay, let's start with closing the hole though, because I want that to be done. I'm going to use some acrylic. I have this blue, so I'm going to use it because I don't want to use red. That's the reason. There we go. And then I'll pull out my buttons and we can look. But I do have a couple of garments that have like moth damage, so I do need to fix a few things today, which is good. I'm glad that I've decided to do it today because there are enough things that I have put off fixing, so I'm happy to actually do it today. So thank you for being here, allowing me to actually get a task done that I'm supposed to get done. Morning, Becca. Morning, becoming a me. Hey, as long as you're not becoming me, then I don't mind, but you have to become you, not me. Literally, I have had no problem all morning. I sit down and then my nose starts running. I don't know like what the reason for that is or why that would happen, but I don't appreciate it, and here we are. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you all coming in here. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button as you come in. Helps the channel grow. All right, so I'm just weaving through, I missed one, through each of the stitches that make up the center of this granny square with my yarn needle. And once I get back to where I started, I'll come through that stitch one more time. And then I'm going to put the end through the center, and then the first ends, I'll put them through the center, and I'll turn it inside out and tighten it down and tie it to close up the granny square. I wonder, I'm still unsure about the buttons. Like, I feel like a fabric patch would be safer than buttons, because I feel like buttons are going to cause more abrasion every time that I wash it. And then I wonder if it'll damage the cuffs because it'll rub against the button all the time. I'm just making a star now for fun. Close it up with a star. That way I'll know it was mended, but also it'll have a new little bit of embroidery, you know? Can't go wrong with embroidery. There we go. So I don't know if I said this to you, I probably did. Alex and I started watching Yellowstone, which is a cowboy show. It's kind of like a drama, but I like it. Pretty fix. Thanks, Denise. You know, it'll cover it for safety, but it also... There. Now there's a little spot that looks different, which I like. I love visible mending. It's one of my favorite things. If you have to fix something, I feel like you should show off that you fixed it. It's like, make an invisible fix. Only if it's like grown-up clothes. But like, I don't wear grown-up clothes, so it doesn't matter. You know, like if you had work clothes, fine. Then mend it invisibly. But like, since I live my life wearing whatever I want, I love visible mending. I mean, this sweater is already not like a work outfit. Let's be honest. It's a bright. That being said, every time I wear it out in public, I do get a compliment. Literally 100% of the time, every time. We went to the thrift store the other day. Monday, I had a dentist appointment. I'm going to tell you about it. One sec, I need to go blow my nose. Please hold. Where is this all coming from? I'm confused. I've been fine. Hopefully that's not going to happen too many times today. We don't need that. Anyway, I had a dentist appointment, and when I finished my dentist appointment, I got into the car with Alex, and he said, do you want to go to the thrift store? And I was like, yes. I had a cavity fixed, and I haven't had a cavity since I was like 14 or 15. Are you boogers? Nice. That's super cute. Love that on live stream. Just let's have, was that skin or boogers? Please excuse how disgusting I am this morning. I don't know where it came from, but here we are. This is just what's happening. It's coming from the sweater fiber. I mean, it very well could be. Who's to say? These were all washed within a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and they've just been waiting for me to check them out. So this center one also has a large hole in it. It's intentional, like that's not an error, but I think I'm going to close it up also because whenever I wear it, I notice the hole. So I think I'm going to close up that hole also. I think I'll continue using the blue thread. Anyway, I went to the dentist, had a good dentist appointment. I had a cavity fixed, and I haven't had a cavity, like I said, since I was like 14. That being said, I also haven't gone to the dentist since I was like, I don't know, 20, and I'm 32, so maybe I was 22. It was the last time I was allowed to go under my parents' insurance. That was the last time I went. And then Alex got health insurance, and I just never went. So, we finally got a dentist appointment, found out that I have one cavity and then 3 fillings that are from when I was like 14. Or when I was a child. I don't know how many different ones there are. But anyway, there were 3 additional cavities that had already been fixed. Excuse me. But they were old, so they don't need to be frozen or anything. They just need to be like ground down around the edges, the dentist said, and then topped up. The edges need topping up. But there's no new decay, so they don't need to like grind into my teeth or anything. Anyway, but I did have one real cavity. So I had to get my face numbed, which I don't have fear of the dentist, thank God, because like honestly, dental trauma seems rough, but I don't have that. My dentist has been the same one since I was a child, and he's still working. I found out that my childhood dentist, he's turning 80 this year, and he still works 3 or 4 days a week, and he still loves being a dentist. So that's crazy to me. Also, I found out at this dentist appointment that the first time I went to this dentist was in December of 1994. This specific dentist office has been open since like 1977. That's when the dentist opened his practice. And I went for my first appointment in December of 1994. I was 2 years old, and my parents got me into the dentist for the first time. And I said to the hygienist when the dentist came in and was like, yeah, I see your first appointment here was in December of 1994. And I was like, whoa, good job, Mom and Dad. getting me into the dentist at 2, like, how many teeth did I even have? I guess you probably have almost a full mouth of teeth at that point. But still, they had me in the dentist right away. As soon as I should go, they got me there. Excuse me. Anyway, so got my filling done. Easy peasy. I mean, it took like 40 minutes for them to do the whole process. I didn't know how long a cavity takes to fill. And I forgot, because I haven't had a cavity filled since I was little, or since I was young. I forgot what happens. So I had to ask, like, the hygienist was like, do you have any questions for me? Or not the hygienist, the dental assistant was like, do you have any questions for me? And I was like, yeah, I don't remember. Does it hurt? She was like, no, we're going to numb you. And I was like, no, not now. Like, later. Is this going to hurt later? I don't remember. And she was like, well, that's a good sign if you don't remember. And I was like, yeah, but like, does it? And she said, no, it doesn't hurt later. You'll be fine. And I was like, I don't need to take a Tylenol after this or anything. I'll like totally painless. She said, nope, we're not going to be drilling into anything that has nerves. So it's just the numbing is like a just in case, because we're not intending on hitting any nerves today. The numbing is to protect you in case we go deeper than we plan. And I was like, okay, cool. And she was right. It was not bad, like, at all. I felt like, I don't know. I guess I wasn't nervous. Nervous is not the right word, because I'm not scared of pain. I was nervous of not knowing, like, I was nervous of the not knowing. Anyway, now I am cavity free. I still have one more appointment to get me to perfect dental health, which I have coming next week. So that's awesome. I'm very much looking forward to not having any issues with my teeth. I mean, let's be honest, one cavity is not that bad, but still, knowing that it's done, and now once they fix the old fillings, I will be like set for a while. Am I going to go for my every 6-month clean? Probably not, because I probably won't. I might, if they say, do you want to book your next appointment? I might just out of anxiety be like, yes, and then I'll book one, and then I'll end up having my teeth cleaned in 6 months. That's very much a possibility, but I'm not like, I don't care about it. But my dentist said I do a good job with my teeth, so I'm very pleased with that. I use an electric toothbrush. I brush once a day, because I am not bothered to do it 2 times a day. I do it 2 times a day when I remember, which doesn't happen. So I've been worrying about my teeth for literal years. And knowing that all of that worry was kind of unfounded when the dentist said, like, your teeth are in really good shape except you have one cavity. For a 32? It's 2025, and I was born in 1992. So I'm 32, turning 33. For a 33-year-old, I feel okay about it. I thought I was going to have the dentist be like, we need to take out all of your teeth, and you're going to jail. Okay, so that seems secure. All this seems good. I always schedule my next cleaning at the end of the appointment, because I know I will forget to call and reschedule. Yeah, Sid, I'm kind of like in that boat, except in addition, if they don't ask me to do my next appointment, I'm not going to go, can we set my next appointment up? I just won't do that. I just won't. And then maybe they'll call me, but they do text. This dentist office, they send texts. So they could harass me and be like, are you ready for your next appointment now? Oh, Sid, I get compliments on this patch every time I wear this sweater. Maybe not every time. I get compliments on the sweater, but I get compliments on this patch regularly. Is that a fox skull? Is that a raccoon skull? Is that an alien skull? Is it a cat skull? I love it. I love when people... No, I know it's a cat, Sid. I'm saying what people say. Is it an alien? I love your alien patch. It's not an alien, it's a cat skull. Oh, I love your skull patch. Thank you. You're correct that it is a skull patch, but it's a cat skull. Why would you have a cat skull? Well, because my cat died. It doesn't need to make sense to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, that's what cats look like. It's for CJ. No, I know. I know. My cat died. Well, why you knitted a patch? No, a friend knitted a patch and sent it to me. Oh. Yeah. Thank you so much. Anyway, goodbye, random lady at Costco. Have a great rest of your day. Costco in the other, we go to 2 different Costcos. The other Costco we go to, I get hella complimented. I love going to that Costco. Every time I go there, people say things like, I love your style. Your vibe is so cool. In my town, people will be like, I like your sweater. And I'll say thank you. But in this other town, they go, I love your vibe. You have such a cool style. And I'm like, lol, I actually don't. I just wear handmade clothes. And the style is whatever they came out like. I don't know if I should bother with all of these fluffy things. Maybe I should get one of those shavers. I don't mind them, though. I feel like it makes it look like I've had it a long time, which I like. I'm still thrilled with how the rainbow alpaca looked with the black. It looks beautiful with the black, and also it looks like it's intentionally colored to match the sweater. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like a black patch. Like, it continues the color of the sleeve. How crazy is that? Like, look. Pink, blue, yellow. Pink, blue, yellow. Like, it's the same. It's very cool. Okay, I think that's good. Excuse me. I think sweater number 1 is now structurally sound, which is what we want. My favorite sweater. Look at this sweater. Tell me this is not the best handmade thing. Oh, me? Oh, I'm just really effing cool. And now the center on this is closed up. And the center on that is closed up. Mend number 1, complete. Beautiful sweater. Ready to wear. I'm going to be honest with you, it's needed those 2 little things mended for a while, and I've just been wearing it with the holes. Because I don't care. If it's still comfortable, I'll still wear it. Okay, number 1 done. So, I didn't tell you guys this, but I started a new medication. It is supposed to lower my blood pressure a little bit. Why do I need a blood pressure medication? Good question. I don't know. That being said, my legs, my lower, just my calves, like from my knee down, have been swollen for a couple of months now. And I've gone to the doctor several times. I've had 3 sets of blood tests and 2 sets of urine tests. And the only thing that my doctor has seen in any of that is that my blood pressure is a little high. It's not high like dangerously. So it's not high like I would need a daily blood pressure med, but my doctor said, since that's the only thing I can find, like your urine is clean, your blood is clean, there's a tiny blip where your thyroid is, like in the thyroid part of the blood test, but I'm not concerned about it at this point. We're just going to keep an eye on that. But the swelling in your legs, there's no reason. She just said basically like, you're fat. And I said, that's not it though, because everywhere else isn't swollen, just my calves and shins, like below my knee. And she said, well, you could try losing weight. And I was like, cool, already on it. Lost 5 pounds. But she said, also, I'll give you this low dose of a blood pressure medication and it will help with the swelling. And she said, it also protects your kidneys. And I was like, but from what? Are my kidneys in danger? And then she was like, no, it just it's a medication some people take to protect their kidneys. And I was like, from what? is the kidney monster coming? And I was like, anyway. And she was like, anyway, so take this, blah. And I said, are there any side effects? And she said, yeah, there are some, but they're like pretty negligible. Like obviously you can have allergic reaction to it or whatever, but most people know. And I was like, okay, so what should I look out for? And she was like, well, a lot of people get a cough. And I was like, from a blood pressure medication? And she said, yep. So if you get a cough in the next like week or so, don't worry about it. And I was like, will it go away? And she said, maybe not. And I was like, so I could just have a cough for the whole time I'm on this medication? And she was like, yep. Lo and behold, I have a cough. So I can't even know if I'm getting sick again or if it's just from this stupid blood pressure medication. But I am taking a little bit of blood pressure medication. I'm trying to see if I know what it's called. Perindopril. Anyway, so we're trying it out. I'm going to take it for a month, and then she's going to do my blood, urine, blood pressure again. She said I can check my blood pressure every day to see if it's going down, but she said it's also not high enough that it's like a worrisome thing. She's prescribing it off-label for the leg swelling, but it'll also decrease my blood pressure, which is, she said it's on the high end of normal. So, like, it's not like, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, eye roll, literally said. You have a uterus? Then it's because you're fat. Whatever the problem is, do you have a uterus? It's fat. The problem is fat. Ma'am, I can be fat and also not need you to be telling me that that's why I have eczema. You have eczema now because you're fat. Oh, you have headaches? It's probably because you're fat. Thank you. Wow, you are so cool and smart. Okay, for this one I need an embroidery hoop. It's a bigger space. So let me grab an embroidery hoop. Anyway, I'm trying a new medication, so if you notice me coughing a lot, apologies. I don't have control over it. And coughing is a side effect. So I've got an embroidery hoop. I have, these ones are moth damage. I think it's just these two spots, but it's moth damage that they ate through the yarn in this area. So there's two pretty substantial holes. This one's not bad, but the top one's pretty significant. So I'm going to put an embroidery hoop on it just to stabilize it and keep it at the tension that I want, so I don't end up making the patch too clumpy or tight. We don't want it to be either. We want it to be nice and fluid. So I don't know what I'm gonna do to mend this. Can you not? Thank you. It's so much thicker than fabric, so it's struggling. Are you attached? Okay, so I can pull this all the way off. Anyway, that's the update. I also have another update. What else happened? Oh, my face was paralyzed from getting a filling. I forgot about that part, and it was so funny. I was talking to one of the hygienists who had been there since I was a baby. Like, she started in, like, 37 years, she said. We talked after my appointment. She had been at that dentist office for 37 years. So since before I was born, this dental hygienist has worked at that office. Tells you something about the work environment there. Must be pretty good if a hygienist is willing to stay there her entire career. Anyway, she asked about my family because she knew us. And I talked to her for a little bit, and I was smiling, and we were talking and laughing, and then I left, and I didn't feel like my face was paralyzed. I was like, that was such an easy filling. I got to the car, and I smiled, and then I saw myself in the reflection of the car, and I was like, so this whole time I'm like, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, talking to this hygienist with like a dead face on one side. Made me laugh. Okay, next. Don't forget to fill in on the thrift store visit. Any new finds? Yes, I got some new stuffed animals because I have now developed a problem. But I also bought a blanket. So I got a crocheted blanket I'm going to show you. This is a little bit bright red for this repair. I'm going to just do it though because it's the only color I have that will sort of work. Anyway, I found some stuffed animals. Hey baby, do you think you could go to the car and get my thrift store bag in the front seat? I forgot to bring it in. Yeah. I got some new stuffed animals and I got a new blanket. I almost said purse. I don't know where that came from. And that was awesome. I have a stuffed animal gift, I want to call it. I go to the thrift store and I find the highest quality, most realistic looking stuffed animals. I'm telling you, my sister's kids and my friends' kids are so lucky that I find them all the coolest stuffed animals. So this trip, I found an otter, a Beanie Baby otter, very cute. And then I also found a snake from, I think it's called Wild Republic. I want to look at that brand for a sec. I found a couple other things too, but I can't recall them at this moment. One second. Excuse me. Okay, we want Wild Republic stuffed animals. What is up here? Wild Republic artist collection. Oh, they're just an Amazon thing. Are they? Wild Republic. Okay, so here's the website. Where'd you go? There. So here's what we got in here. We got lots of different... Oh, that's why. You need to be shrunk. And then I can shrink you. There. Anyway, I found a snake. Oh, they have an axolotl. So they're like nice quality when you feel the product, the animals, but I found a snake from them. Oh, there's a chicken. Cute. So far from this brand, I have found quite a few real nice looking stuffed animals. And I was really pleased with them. Oh, the donkey. I would love a mule. Okay, that's on the list to look for. I got the skunk. These are all thrifted, obviously. Oh my god, look at this. I want this. I don't need it. That's stupid. I don't need to buy a $20 thing for myself. Look at it. It has little hands. Come on. A possum? With a pink nose and a stupid tail and hands? Do I need it? I might need it. No, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying myself a stuffed animal. I'm an adult. Alex keeps saying, you love stuffed animals. Why don't you just buy them for yourself? And I was like, no, I don't need them. I don't have anywhere to put them. I collect too many things. And he keeps saying, just so you know, you absolutely can buy stuffed animals for yourself. And I was like, I can't. I bought this one also at the thrift store. All of these that I bought, I paid anywhere from 50 cents to $2. $2 being the maximum. Oh, this is what I got. I found this snake. It's just a big snake, but it's pretty. So I bought it. What else have I purchased? Oh, this. I have this one. I still have it right now. This sloth. Look how cute it is. I got this one at the thrift store for, I think I paid $2, but I got a whole bunch of stuffed animals for $2. They have this thing where it's like fill a bag. So dangerous. Oh my gosh, look at this one. I need this. Are you kidding me? A Highland cattle? I have like a very... Alex out here being an enabler. He's the worst. Honestly, he's the worst. I mean, he's the best. I love him so much. but he's absolutely the worst. He is like absolutely an enabler. Is that a Chihuahua? Dingo. Okay. What about this one? Fennec Fox. I've got a few more from here. Oh, that's a nice looking owl. Or lion. Owl. What the heck? I got this parrot. $41? I got this parrot for Christmas for Alistair. When in doubt, just remember Bezos is evil and needs zero more money. Well, that's why I thrift them. That's why I thrift them. Because Daddy Bezos is evil. So that's why I thrift them. Also because I don't need to be spending $20 on a toy that isn't even going to get, like, actually it'll get loved from me. I mean, if I keep them. $41 though, that's a bit steep. I'm looking for... Okay, so those are what I found there, and then I found an otter beanie baby. Nope, that's not what it looks like. Is it an otter that I found? This one. This is not an otter. I thought it was an otter. What is it? Runner? Runner the what? Oh, ferret. It's a ferret. I thought it was an otter. I also have the otter. Well, Alistair has it now, but I found the ferret and I love it. It's very cute. Oh, you can't see it on your screen. Stupid. Ferret. Ferret. This is the Beanie Baby I found at the thrift store. The brown one, not the red panda colored one. I'm still livid. I had to get my hard drives from Amazon. That's annoying. I'm sorry. I found this ferret though, so that's good, right? God, I love the thrift store. So wonderful. And the other brand, Aurora Stuffed Animals. There's this brand. You can get them on Amazon too. Animals, Aurora World. So this brand of stuffed animal, I also find pretty often at the thrift store. I'm not looking for these baby looking ones. I'm looking for like the actual like good animals. Plush what? Plush Aurora. Plush Mioni. A lot of them are these guys. I don't know if these are all cat. Oh no, they're not all cats. Okay, so excuse this. I found the bird. I don't know if I think it's the blue robin I found. I also found the cardinal at the thrift store. Oh my god, this bunny is so cute. I also found this deer at the thrift store. Oh my god, I didn't know they had all of these kinds. Look at how cute these are. Look, you can have a girl little white chicken. I'll die. I want to be a stuffed animal collector. Oh, I got this one at the thrift store too, this Flopsy one. I gave it to my friend's kid for his birthday, but I got it in this color at the thrift store. Hold on. This color. Very cute. Every time I've purchased one of these, it's been either 50 cents, $1, or part of a deal where it's like fill a bag for $2. So even though they're expensive on the website, I've never paid that much for any of these. Okay, I'm trying to find the other ones that I found. Oh, it's this deer. Sorry, not the other deer. It's this deer. Cute little deer. I love stuffed animals, especially when they look like the animals. Oh, that's so cute. So stupid. I want stupid, cute animals. I am keeping one that I found. I found a stuffed animal that I'm keeping. They have a Highland cattle too, and a beaver. I'm going to show you the one that I'm keeping. I already purchased it because I'm an adult. I found a cat also. Oh, that bear. I also have that bear from the thrift store. all these dog varieties and no Chihuahua seems a bit rude. That Pomeranian is cursed. I mean, let's be honest. Pomeranians are cursed. Now, where is the Chihuahua, please? Black-footed ferret, very cute. They have a corgi and a fennec fox, but no Chihuahua. Look at this Pomeranian. That is, it's pretty accurate though. Okay, this one. I got this cat. This gray one. One Chihuahua, please. I don't know how hard it is for you guys to be making Chihuahuas, but feeling a little bit discouraged with your lack of Chihuahua. I'm seeing you have a decorative looking Yorkie. Oh, come on. Show me the whole Yorkie. I'm trying to, there. Will you show? Why, I can't show it to you. Believe me, there's a Yorkie. And it's like a show dressed Yorkie. Pomeranian cat. Good, good, good. Everybody's here. But no Chihuahua. Why a Chihuahua? Why would we need one of those? We have there's a Doxy, but there's no Chihuahua. Okay, disrespect. That's fine. Let me show you the stuffed animals that I have, because I have a little pile here. I have created a stockpile at this point for my sister's kids and my friend's kids. Ugh. Why are you trapped? Please don't unplug my computer. Okay, so first, this one is a Adventure Planet penguin. Look at this frickin' penguin. It has, look at these feet. It has like shiny pleather feet and a shiny pleather beak. He has cute little eyeballs. And he's furry. Are you kidding? How cute is that? Obsessed. Isn't that cute? And it has beans in its tail and its bum. Real cute. Real cute penguin. Full size penguin. Accurate. We love an accurate pet. This one is an Aurora bird. Don't know what bird it is, but look at it. Aw, it's so cute with those little wings. Hi. So floofy, so soft. Look at his little eyeballs. I love stuffed animals. I can't keep them, so instead I just collect them to give to my sister's kids. This is the sloth. Look at how cute it is. It looks like it's worn, but it's actually not. That's what the fabric looks like. Like, you can see the fabric is like weird stringy. Look at it. Look at his stupid face. Look at him. He's so cute. I just want to love him. Look at his stupid face. Look at his stupid hands. Oh, God. I just want to have a baby and then tie this into the corner of its room. Like, so that it's hanging like this forever. Just being a sloth. This one is Wild Republic. Come on. He's so soft. It looks like it's rough. Like worn fabric, but it's not worn. It's like new. So soft. I showed my sister and I was like, I know it looks like it's been through 5 children. She was like, no, that's what sloths look like. And I was like, ugh, I love him. Okay, next I have, oh my God, this one is so cute. This one is Manhattan Toy Company. I found one of these as a baby deer. And I gifted it to one of my sister's kids last year or the year before. And now I have a moose version. It's like, I don't know why they make them with these floppy necks, but it's got stiff beanbag feet. Like, the whole leg is stiff with beans. But the neck is just empty. There's just nothing in there. Like, ugh, it just flops over. He's got nice, clean, clear eyes. But it's very, very, very soft. And it's very, like, cute shape. Good moose. Let's see what Manhattan Toy Company is. Manhattan. Oh, I guess I've already searched it before. Manhattan Toy Company. High quality toddler toys. Plushies. Let's see how much these bad boys are, huh? You can get a cat with kittens. Like a nursing cat. Let me try and find what I got. Use the search bar. Good idea. High quality plushies. Search for moose. No moose. Cool. Search for deer. Cool, no deer. So I guess they have seasonal things. The floppy neck is so cute though. Okay, next I have a horse. This one is an Aurora stuffed animal, and this is like for a baby because how little it is. But it's floppy like a Beanie Baby, and it's a little horse. It's so cute. I love it. I love it so much. Look how cute it is. So I bought it. Next, this turtle still has the original tags on it. Don't know where it's from. The Stuffed Animal House. I just really liked it because it looks accurate, like a painted turtle. So you have all the stuff on the shell, but look at the bottom. It even has like the yellow spots on its tummy. It's a painted turtle, and this little information booklet thing has all the info about the type of turtle. Look how cute it is. I am a stuffed animal connoisseur. Okay. Next, another really cute one. This one is WWF, World Wildlife Foundation. This is a cool, I don't know, a monkey. Some type of monkey. And it's very cute. And it's very soft. Look at it. It's so cute and soft. Add to the pile. Alright, and the next one is the cat. This one is Mione by Aurora. It's like a real little kitty. It's so cute. I love it. Isn't that so cute? It's just a little guy. So that's that. And then last one is a Very Hungry Caterpillar. Tag still on. Monkey had a scent. It perked up Rohan. Oh, yeah? Anyway, Very Hungry Caterpillar with the tags and the hanging thing on it. But it's got beans in it, which is cool, and it's cute. So those are my collection of stuffed animals for my nieces and nephews and friends' babies. Basically, what I do, I get stuffed animals, I wash them, and then I add them to the box of stuffed animals to gift. And then every time that I gift anything to the babies, I add a stuffed animal. And my sisters have told me it's okay, even though they have enough stuffed animals, because they know I am so good at finding stuffed animals. I'm not going to be a generic auntie who just brings a bunny rabbit, okay? Like, every baby has a bunny from that same brand, the brand that's at the bookstore. I don't even remember what it's called. Everyone has the bunny by that brand. Are you ready to see the ones I got at the thrift store this time? So these ones still need to be washed. I got this. I have a friend whose baby is named Sunny. So I found this at the thrift store. All of these, this whole bag was $2.99. But the baby's name is Sunny, and it's hard to find things with suns on them. The other baby is named Leo. There's tons of lion things, but I found a little lovey with a sun on it, so I bought that. And then the snake I told you about from Wild Republic. This one, I will say, is not my best find, but Alistair has been interested in snakes lately, and I feel like he's old enough to have a toy like this that he can play with. Isn't it cute? So that still needs to go in the wash. And then the ferret that I thought was an otter, Runner. It's so cute. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Look at this. Look at his stupid little face. So I'm gonna pull the tag off because I don't need it. But it's a Beanie Baby from the year 2000. This is a 25-year-old stuffed animal. One thing that I love about Beanie Babies is that since people thought they were going to be collectible, they've been kept in such good quality. May 25th, 2000. A ferret, mongoose, weasel, or mink. What am I? What do you think? Find a book, look and see. I'm whatever you want me to be. A ferret, a mongoose, a weasel, or a mink. Okay. Oh, my poor 90s kid heart. Yeah, literally. I'm going to pull the tag off. Are you sure? Literally perfect condition. It's beautiful. Isn't it so pretty? Oh, God, I love it. Needs to be washed. And then last but not least, this one had no tag on it, but it's a lamb. Oh, it's a lamb named Evie. Evie the lamb. Doop, doop, doop. So cute. So soft. Everyone loves lambs. Don't we love a lamb? So cute. Look at his stupid little smile. Needs washed. So those are my... Oh, hi. Get off my sweaters. So those are my finds from the thrift store. Feeling good about. Now we can go back to mending. What was that brand I wanted to check again? Oh, Manhattan Toy Company. I already did. Okay, let's see the ferret Beanie Baby. See if there's any value in him before we rip the tag off. There's not. No Beanie Babies have any value. They made exactly how many they wanted to sell. You know what I'm saying? Brand new, $17 on eBay. And on Etsy, $15. So regular price $30, on sale for $15. Regular price $40, on sale for $30. Regular $20, on sale for $19. So there is, from where I buy them, I could get a good resale price because I'm paying like 50 cents for one of them. But I don't care to resell Beanie Babies. I would rather have my nibblings enjoy them. All right, so I have to repair this. Yes, I did also get a blanket. I will show you that, but it's underneath my repair things. So what I'm gonna do here, I think I'm just gonna make a little patch rather than trying to keep it invisible. I think I'm gonna do like a weave on this because I think that'll serve me better. So I'm gonna just start by creating a border all the way around that hole. That should be good. There. And then I can go up. That's good. Should knot that loose end in. It's not even going to be part of where the weave is, so I'm not going to knot it. I'm just going to weave over it, so it's okay. This is just the border, so this is not part of our weave yet. This is just where I'm creating my outline. There we go. Anyway, I am an amazing thrift store animal finder. I will say, if you ever need to buy stuffed animals for a kid, don't buy new ones. That's so unnecessary. There are so many cool... I get it that, like, if you want your kid to have a special stuffed animal that's, like, their childhood one, go for it. Do whatever you gotta do. I don't care. But if you're buying stuffed animals as like gifts for children, just go to the thrift store. You're gonna find, first of all, unique ones. Second of all, tons of brand new ones, like brand new stuffed animals that have been gifted and then immediately regifted or brought to the thrift store. Excuse me. I cannot handle. Hi, Rohan. What are you doing up with me? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna weave up and down like this. Across. Then I'll go up one row. And go across. And we have over here, so we'll go over, under, over. The really fun part will be you getting to see which ones the kids decide are their faves. Sometimes I am so off at knowing which one will be the favorite, and sometimes I am so right. Like one of my sister's kids, I gave a cat, and that kid has now become obsessed with cats, and my sister and her husband are like, we're not getting a cat. Like, this is not happening. And I'm like, I poisoned the well. Now they're gonna need to get a cat. Like, this child is obsessed with this stuffed animal cat. And I found a stuffed animal that same kid is obsessed with that is almost the same as my sister's dog. Like, it looks just like her dog. So the kid loves it. But yeah, Alistair, I'm pretty good at deciding which is going to be his favorite because I see him all the time. So I can see, like, he loves this right now. Usually that's how I pick stuffed animals for him, is I'm like, he's obsessed right now with XYZ. Right now, he's starting to get into dinosaurs, which is fine. I support him in all of his endeavors. But I don't want him to be into dinosaurs yet because I still want him to be into animals. And he's starting, like, he knows all the dinosaur names now. It's so funny to hear a 2-year-old say Tyrannosaurus Rex. Or, pterodactyl. So silly. To hear a 2-year-old say pterodactyl just feels so silly. And Stegosaurus, that's his current, that's the newest one he's learned. And he can point them all out on his pajamas. It's very cute. Over, under, over, under, over, under. So I'm not supporting the dinosaur obsession. I'm fine with it, and when he tells me about them, I'm super interested for him, but I don't go out of my way to find him stuffed animal dinosaurs because I'm not ready to be done with animals yet. I'm still having fun playing with all the plastic animals. I don't want him to be over them yet. So for this patch, I'm just going to weave back and forth like this until I get up to the final border, and then we're going to do a vertical weave. Pretty much the same way, just to stabilize this. I'm glad to be doing this today. I've been avoiding this. I was planning on gifting this sweater as a Christmas gift and then found the hole in it, and I was like, it's okay, I'll fix it and then gift it. Never fixed it. My sister asked for a hand-me-down sweater this Christmas. And instead of giving her one, I just didn't do that. can give her a congratulations on making a baby sweater. I can't believe she's having a baby soon. We're pretty much on baby watch. Very exciting. Okay, there we go. Our first set of rows, the hole is right here. Now I'm going to start going up and down, weaving the same way. Excuse me. Can you not knock your food all over the floor, Beelzebub? You know I can hear that, right? There we go. It's actually a pretty quick mend. I'm pleased with this. Not taking forever. I mean, I'm not really worrying about it looking perfect. Oh, okay. My embroidery hoop came off. So it is not helping me anymore. It's probably fine. And we'll come this way. Beautiful. It's too bad I didn't have any matching yarn. But that's alright. Good morning. Excuse me. You can always repatch it later if you find or dye some yarn you like better. Exactly. And probably I'll have to patch it in some other spot in the future anyway, so maybe it's good that it doesn't match, because then it'll be a patchwork sweater once I have to mend multiple holes. Or I can replace the mend totally. This will just basically support the garment around the hole, and then I can trim the yarn that makes up the hole in order to make it more of a flat patch without accidentally having the whole sweater come apart. There we go. So there's my little square patch. Now I can take my scissors out and go to the actual sweater yarn here. Pull out those little tails and trim them. I already tied them to each other, so they're not going to unravel any further. Gorgeous. Are you a hole too? Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, it's all right. There we go. So the first hole is patched. I feel good about it. Feels sturdy. Doesn't feel like it's gonna come apart anymore. The hole is still right here, but it is now supported. You know what I might do though? I might just go back down through it one more time, vertically, with a little more support, because I usually am pulling like down on the sweater, so I want my vertical lines to be just a little bit tougher so that I don't have as much stress on the weak spot. There, that should do it. Just pretty much over the hole. There's like a little extra stability here. Here's another little hole. This one, I'm just gonna come up through a couple of stitches like this. Maybe one more row up. Ugh. There we go. Okay. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we can do our verticals. Good. Hopefully there's enough yarn here to do this. I think it'll be fine. So this one I'm not doing the same kind of weave, I'm just going through the stitches so it's a little less visible. You'll still see it, but not to the same extent that the other one is. There we go. Hole patched with a little less visibility. There we go. Now I can trim the yarn here. I weaved it in already. Beautiful. First 2 holes in this sweater are now patched. The first one we did with a more visible mend, and the second one with a little bit more of an invisible mend. But altogether, good job. Good work. Thank you. Now let's do the next hole. Where did I put the needle? There. Okay. That is a disappointing flavor. Cold coffee, when you were expecting to drink hot coffee, was disappointing. Okay, here's the next hole. This one's a pretty big one. So I think we'll be doing another visible patch here. We could try to do the invisible one and see what happens. You need to be in the center. Thank you. You need to fit over. I know you can. Why are you being dramatic? There we go. Good. Now we need another piece of yarn. What are you guys up to today? Anybody else doing some crafty stuff? I don't know how to explain to you how excited I am that this is going to be done, because I've been kind of avoiding doing these mends just because they're tedious. They're not difficult, just tedious. There. Okay, now I'm going to do another patch. I'm going to try and do this one a little bit more invisible, but we'll see how it looks when we do. I kind of want to do the finishing on my goth crochet pants. We'll see if I actually get to it. Goth crochet pants. I love the idea. What makes them goth? And don't just say they're black. My mom got me a really cool thing. We could also try that today later. It's like to make wall hangings, weave a weaving wall hanging making kit. We could try that. They are purple, black, and shaped like trips. Oh, cool. Are your crochet, okay, crocheted, trip shaped, purple and black. That sounds pretty cool. Are they so heavy? Making crochet that big, like long and wide, feels like those would be some heavy pants. To be fair, the trip pants are pretty heavy also. Need to attach the pockets, cover the hems with black denim, and add ties to the waistband. That's so cool. I want to see them, Sid. Whenever you're feeling like showing off and taking pictures for us, show them. I want to see these pants. They sound cool. Okay, the invisible mend is not bad. On the big spot, even. I will share when they are done for sure. Okay, cool. Then get to finishing. I want to see them. There we go. Like, if I did this with a gray yarn, I feel like you wouldn't even see it. It's a pretty good option. Damn moths. Coming in here, biting on my clothes, putting holes in everything. My moth traps, you guys, are so gross. I've changed them out a couple of times already, and the number of moths, like where are they staying? They end up in the trap, so I know they exist here, but I have no idea how they are, like, hiding from me. Because there's how can there be 10 of them in the trap if I literally never see them? Like, they have wings. Do they just not fly unless they are threatened? And they just crawl around quietly otherwise? Because what's going on with them? Why are there so many in my traps and yet none in my actual life? I don't appreciate it. I guess I appreciate it. I don't want to see them. So it's better than seeing them. I also want to get a good chunk of my book read this afternoon, so I still want to be able to read something else. I am into a new book, and it's actually not bad. The previous one I read was it was like a group book. So, like, the author I'm reading has this whole world, and each book is 2 new characters in that world. And the book I just finished was a lot of those characters from the previous books, all getting together for a like Christmas time celebration. And obviously like danger and drama ensues, but it was all characters that I had like met in previous books. So I thought I was going to love it because I was like, oh, then I get to see all these characters again. It'll be so fun. It took me so much effort to get through. I don't even know if I would call it boring. It was just, I wasn't interested in, it's like they couldn't take enough time on everybody to satisfy anything. I felt like I left it being like, oh, I'm glad I'm done with that. The book itself wasn't bad. It didn't change my life. I mean, to be honest, the books are basically fairy smut, so I'm not expecting like, high level. However, I did find I was left wanting on that book, and I'm very happy to be on to the next one with 2 new characters. 2 new characters to fall in love with. Except for the concept of this book is very like, you have to live a very like easy life to find any of these guys attractive, because they're all abusive and they're all violent and they're vampire-ish. They're not vampires, because in this world vampires are like a dark evil thing, and these ones are like, it doesn't matter. The point is that the guys who are supposed to be our love interest in these books are like these violent, animalistic men. They're all huge, they're all intimidating, and they're all, the author refers to them as like old world. They bow, and they're very, I don't know. But if you have any trauma in your life, like I don't, I'm going to be honest, I don't have any like trauma, or not that type anyway. I don't have relationship trauma. But if you have any relationship trauma and you read these books, you might be like, this is triggering. But with no relationship trauma, you can just be like, oh, he's just dark and brooding. Kind of. But he's also kind of abusive, manipulative, and violent. But somehow, in the context of the book, it's okay. If you read fairy smut, Also, they're all like 1,000, and then the girls that they find and fall in love with are like 25, and it's like supposed to be fine, but they're not like 100, they're like 1,000. They're like, they're ancients. They've been here for hundreds and hundreds, 500, 700, 1,000. Like, they're old men. So it's fine. I'm enjoying myself, but also recognizing as I read things, like there's this one part in one of the books where the vampire guy, ties up his partner, and it's thinking from his mind, and he's saying, I'm thinking of it as a rope of love. I was like, I don't know if she is, and I don't know if that sounds the way you think it does, author. It comes off super weird. So there's parts that are not good, but there's parts that I enjoy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about fairy smut. Read whatever makes you happy. At least I'm reading, I'm reading books. So I'm giving myself a pass for the quality of the book, because at least I'm reading a book. Can you get off? You're not allowed on my sweaters. You poop on them. I'm just adding a little more mend around the actual hole, because it's a little bit weak there. So I'm just doing a little extra weaving. Yeah, I like what I'm reading, but I have a hard time focusing on it. I guess that's kind of what it felt like with the last book I read. It was fine. I just didn't care to continue. I finished it, though. I'm a strong girl. Also, though, in that last book, I was ready for it to be done, because one of the vampire guys, they do a thing where it's like there's only one woman in the universe for them, and if they find her, their whole world revolves around her forever. And the one that this guy found, who's like the other half to his soul, she's 16. And he's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. I didn't like that. And I didn't like reading about a 16-year-old. I only want to read about 30-year-olds. I don't even want to read about 20-year-olds. Can you just make all the women 30? I don't want to read a 16-year-old's interpretation of a hot 1,000-year-old man. Thank you. If I'm already, putting aside my disbelief of the 1,000-year-old man being a problem, it gets hard when they're 16-year-old girls. Okay, there we go. Patch seems good. Seems strong. I just put my finger behind the fabric and sort of feel if there's any spots that feel thin or weak. Like the women in my book. And if they are thin or weak, I just add a little bit there. Perfect. Nice and secure. And then I'll do one last row here of weaving in to actually weave in my ends. And then I can trim the yarn. And bada bing, bada boom. We got another mended patch. I can trim the little tufts. There. Gorgeous. The great thing about visible mending, doesn't really need to be gorgeous. There we go. Now my patches are mended on that second sweater. Here's what it looks like from like far away. I can look on the front, see if there's any other holes. Excuse me. There we go though. Now we have no holes in the sweater and it looks fine. Obviously it's a visible patch, but I'm okay with a visible patch. Unfortunately, this is the back of the sweater. I would prefer... Is it the back? Where's the seam? Oh no, good. It is the front of the sweater. I don't like when there's decoration on the back without there being decoration on the front. So the front of the sweater is now got patches, and I love them. Now let's check the cuffs. Sometimes the cuffs kind of fall apart. Yeah, these cuffs need a repair. This repair is going to require a crochet hook though. See, my little cuff edge is damaged. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that whole cuff. Excuse me. Good morning, Michelle. I'm going to remove that whole cuff and then we'll re-crochet it with the red yarn. I might have to do the bottom hem too. We'll see. It's not technically frogging if I'm mending it. It's mending. Excuse me. Apologies. This cough doesn't want to behave. Almost there. I need a smaller crochet hook though. Probably like a 4 or a 4.5. because of how small the red yarn is. Do I have any other color that could work for this? I don't think I do. I think we just have to go in with the red. And that's okay. Ugh. So I'm babysitting tomorrow. My friend has to go to a doctor's appointment, and she's bringing one of her babies, like it's a doctor's appointment for a baby. But she doesn't want to bring both babies, and I totally understand that. So I'm going to stay home with the other one. I offered to come with her to the appointment with the second baby so that she doesn't have to be separated from them at all, but she was like, I think I'll be fine. And I said, okay. So I'm going to babysit, and it's going to be great. Okay, there. First cuff has been removed. Now I need a smaller crochet hook. How small are you? 4 millimeters. That should be fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 single crochets in each of these spaces so that I don't end up with a cuff that's too tight. Hey, Melanie. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Hey, by the way, to all of you who... Excuse you. To all of you who are here, don't forget to click the thumbs up button as you come in. It helps the channel. Please and thank you. It's the best way to support for free. And it's super quick, so you better do it. Or else I'll say it again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Okay, so I'm going to connect at the bottom seam here before the seam. And I will yarn over, pull a loop through, chain 1. And then, what will I do? Am I going to do single crochets, or am I going to do... I pressed like, I promise. Okay, good, thanks. Okay, those 2 are going to be 1, so we're going to crochet 2 together for this. Yeah, because that's the seam. Good, 1 and 2. I think I'll do a round of front post, back post double crochets. Good bird. 2 and back loop and front loop. Back loop. Yeah, this should be good. I do have black yarn. I could do black with the red to thicken it. That's an idea. Because it's a little thin, you know? And it's bright. I feel like adding the black might be a good option. One sec, I'm gonna get black yarn. And I'm gonna do this with 2 colors. There. Excuse me so much. I'm gonna top off my coffee at the same time. Frizzy Bee. Hi Laura, how are you today? I'm good, thanks. How are you? I have a cough, but it's not a real cough, I think. Coffee is very hot. Should burn my mouth. Maybe. Okay. I'm gonna get that black yarn. Double check we don't have any good substitutes here. No, we do not. Good. Very good. Was that gray? Hold on. Gray. No. Too bad, how sad. I thought I saw gray yarn. But I have black yarn, so that'll work. Doing well. I love your top. Thank you. It's a dress. It's a dress that I put in the dryer, which shrunk it, so now I wear it like a tunic with tights. Okay. Now I've got black and red, which at least will match the theme of the sweater. It won't be exact color matches. Love tunics. Yes, me too. I love anything made of linen or like rougher cotton. with no stretch. It's like my fave. Okay, so I took the cuff off of this sweater because it was worn out, and I'm gonna just redo the cuff. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a bigger hook. A 4.5. Yeah, I'll do a 4.5 because now I have 2 pieces. And I'm going to yarn over. Excuse me so much. And then I'm going to chain 2, 1 and 2. Drop my tail, and now I'm going to go around doing front post, back post, double crochets with the black and red, and I'm going to replace both cuffs so that they match. And the repairs I did to the moth damage I did with the red yarn, so hopefully we will have a nice looking sweater that doesn't look too weird with the new colors. I can do the bottom hemline as well to bring in the new black and red. What is happening? My nose is running. Who is she and what's going on? I'm not sick. I'm not doing that again. I'm not getting sick again. I got a flu shot. I already had COVID. I refuse. Power through the snoots, literally. That's what I'm having to do. Okay, yarn over, pull through. 3 on the hook, yarn over. Oh, I picked up some seeds for you guys. I forgot to do the spicy globe basil, and I forgot to do the tomatoes, because I am literally trash. I don't know what's wrong with me. I went through the seeds and I went, don't forget to look for spicy globe basil. Don't forget to look for interesting tomatoes. So I have to go back to get those. In case you're newer here and you didn't know, I ship out seeds to my patrons every February. And it's February. So seeds are getting shipped out, hopefully, this week. There's a possibility that the last minute in me will take over and I'll have to do it next week, but I'm going to try really hard to get them for you sent out this week so you can have them ready when it's time to start seeds. Spicy globe basil, please. Michelle, no problemo. If you could send that message to me, excuse me, in Discord as a private message, so that I know to add it to your envelope, I will happily do that. I got my envelopes ready. I just have to write your addresses all on them. I'm like 80% done. I've packed up the seeds, most of the seeds. I've got the envelopes and the cards. It's like I just have to put it all together, and then I'll be ready to ship them out for you. All right, here's what it looks like. You can see it's significantly redder and significantly darker, like the black is darker, but that's okay. It's gonna be just fine. Maybe doing it in just black would have been an idea too. But I did the repairs in red, so. This is called the Fireside Pullover. If you if you like it, I have a tutorial for it on my YouTube channel. I like the add-in of the black, me too. But if you like this sweater, I'll show you the whole thing once I'm done with the cuff mending. But if you like it, I do have a tutorial for it. It's called the Fireside Pullover. It's a men's extra large. I made mine out of wool. And what am I going to do about you? I've got a damaged piece here. I'm going to just take my little bit of yarn and fix it before I crochet over it. A men's extra large. I made it in wool a couple of years ago, and it has been through the wash and the dry. It mutes the red just a wee bit, which is nice. I agree. It mutes it enough that it can be tolerated, but it is a little bit, still a little bit bright. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Anyway, I have the tutorial for this video, for this sweater as a video on my channel. It's just a men's extra large, like, jumper pullover type thing. But it's cute and I love it, and Alex loves it. It just needed to be repaired, so he hasn't worn it in a while. I'm sure he'll start wearing it now that the repairs are done. A few of my crochet sweaters were in a tote last winter. Excuse me. And in the tote, I had mothballs, thinking that that was going to keep them protected from moths, and it didn't. It didn't protect them all winter. It must have protected them some of the winter, because there was only a couple of sweaters that had damage, but the ones that had damage, it was like clearly from moths, so I don't know. I thought mothballs were supposed to destroy them. It obviously didn't. And it's not like I put one mothball in. It was like I put in like 4 mothballs, separated the sweaters with a couple of, like, I would put 2 sweaters in and then a mothball, then 2 more sweaters and a mothball, and I taped the tote closed. So there was no way for anything to get in or out because there was a seal around the lid of the tote. So that means there must have already been moths or moth eggs on one of my garments, and they didn't die in the mothball stew. It's very disappointing. Okay, so there's the new edge. Then I can just join with a slip stitch. Cute. Do I do one more round for the cuff so that it looks like intentional? I think I'm going to do one more round. I have enough yarn too, so I'm going to do it. Excuse me. I don't know how to make the cough stop. Talking is probably not helping though. And BRB sounds good. I'll BRH, be right here. From 9 a.m. until 12 p.m., Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can find me. Same place, same channel, same spot in my room. Just working on projects. Oh, I'm so happy to get this done. I really love this sweater and I want to be able to wear it again. And now that it has no holes in it, I can wear it again. And the cuff being restructured is going to feel so good. It'll look super normal and intentional after it gets washed. It just needs one wash and then it'll be fine. My birds are very happy right now. Quietly sitting and munching on something crunchy. I can do this also so that you can see them, because you don't need to see exactly what I'm doing in detail. Now you can watch the animals. Oh, I filmed a new tutorial yesterday. I filmed a granny circle tutorial, and I made a satchel, a little tote satchel bag with the circles. So I did 2 granny circles, and then I sewed them together and added a fold over top and a button, and then a long strap so that it would be like a crossbody bag. But it's little, like it'll just hold a phone and your credit cards. It's very cute. I like it a lot. I was just planning to do a crocheted circle tutorial, so like a granny circle. So the tutorial starts like I'm just making a crocheted granny circle, and then I finish it and I'm like, this is really cute and I want to make something out of it. So I made a second one and then just filmed it as a tutorial. So it's all one tutorial, but it's kind of 2 things broken down. This is what it looks like. Isn't it cute? A little circle, granny circle, and then I added some rounds at the top and a long strap. It's so dry. I'm so over it. Right. Almost done the round. Do I have to do a round of single crochets over this after, or do I just leave it with the front post, back post? I never know. Maybe I'll just leave it with front post, back post. I mean, it kind of goes with the whole fire. This kind of looks like the hot coals. I'm just trying to make it make sense that I'm adding in this bright ass red with this more muted project. It's gonna be great. It's gonna look so cool. Okay, I think I'm trying to decide if I should do a round of single crochets. So I need to look at the whole thing and feel how it stretches first. And then I'll decide if it can handle single crochets or not. Kind of looks like a cigarette. Which is good because it's supposed to look like fire and coals. Here's how the red and black looks on the edge of the sweater. I think I'll just leave it like this. I'm not going to do the single crochet round. So I'll do one extra crochet and then I'll cut my yarn. I can weave that end in. I'll weave it in now so I don't have to do it after. It does look like fire. Thank you. Look at me weaving my end in right away like some kind of professional crocheter. Who is she? And what has she done with Laura? Oh, it's just me weaving in my ends like some kind of organized person who doesn't have ADHD. There we go. I can give her a trim. And there we go. First cuff is done. Let me show you. There's the new cuff. So with the mending that we did on the front, we have mended patches and a new cuff. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Replace this cuff with the dark. That actually does look really nice. Replace it with the cuff. And maybe we could replace the whole the neckline with the new black and red. That might be nice. Okay, this one doesn't have as much damage, but I'm still going to cut it off because I want to. Thank you. It's wool, so it's all matted together because it's been put in the washer and the dryer. Don't do that with your wool things. Don't put them in the washer and the dryer. Soak them in your sink with wool wash and then lay them flat to dry. But I am impatient, so instead I just put them in the wash on a delicate cold wash. And I put the machine setting so that it's the most gentle. Like we have a setting in our washing machine where it says how soiled is the load and how big is the load. So I say it's a small load that is lightly soiled, and I put it on delicate, so it's on cold water. It's basically just the gentlest setting the washing machine has, and then I put it in the dryer on tumble dry with no heat, and I put it in the dryer until it's almost dry, and then I turn the heat on to low. Don't do that if you're working with wool. Do as I say, not as I do, but like I can't be bothered. It takes so much time for this sweater to dry if I'm laying it flat to dry. It takes so much time. Like I'm talking like 4 or 5 days to dry. And by that time, I feel like it's not clean anymore because it's taken that long. It's been damp too long. So I dry it. I think try to add some black into the patches as well to make them look more obvious as well as matching with the cuffs. My kind of OCD, but you do what you're happy with. We shall see. Once I get the cuffs done, then we can look at it all together and see how it feels. I think I might want to do the neckline though, with the black and the red. if I have enough. I think I do. I have 2 little balls of black yarn left. This sucks. Hold on. Do as I say, not as I do. Exactly. Except, like, other than this sweater having some wear and tear, like these cuffs, that's wear and tear. The weakness of the fiber here is not from moths. This is just from being washed and worn. And worn hard. Like, I don't wear my clothes gently. I'm not like... I don't try and keep my clothes safe, generally. Like, I mostly just live my life, and if stains happen, I get rid of them if I can, and if they can't be gotten rid of, I don't know, I don't feel a connection to clothes the way that some others might. I'm not very responsible to my clothes. I take the best care of them that I can with the energy that I have. So if I have the energy to lay out a garment and block it, I will. But generally, that's not the energy I have for clothing. I just wear it, wash it, and if it gets damaged, I either fix it or get rid of it. I'm not someone who, if I get an oil stain on a shirt, I immediately take it off and put baking soda on it. Like, that literally happened to me on Monday. I was on the phone with my sister eating my lunch. I was having hummus with vegetables and pita, and while I was talking to her, I dropped something, and the hummus hit my shirt, and it had olive oil in it, or some kind of oil, and my sister immediately was like, oh, take it off and put a little bit of cold water and baking soda on it right away. And I was like, that's just not gonna happen. It's just not how I live my life, but thank you so much for letting me know that's how you do it. And then what I did at the end of that day, I put a scoop full of washing soda into the laundry machine, and I put a scoop full of borax into my washing machine, and then I washed that shirt on warm with washing soda and whatever the other thing I just said. TSP? No. Borax in it, and the stain came out just fine. So I'm just not concerned. Clothing is meant to be worn. Unless you buy expensive things, which I don't do. If you buy expensive things, sure, take good care of them. But I thrift my clothes for the most part. Either I thrift them or I make them. Alright, so I finally removed the whole cuff. Now I'm going to join that together with a chain of 2. Drop my tail down, and then I will... Why are you a back loop? Hold on. What's happening here? Why do we have back loop? Somebody put a sleeve on backwards, and her name is me. That was me who did that. It should be a front loop first, so the fact that it's a back loop means that I installed this upside down. I'm going to learn how to fish this year, catch and release, just something to do while I'm camping and on my hikes. I love fishing, Melanie. That is why I go camping. Like, Alex goes camping for a campfire and for me to cook food for him on the campfire. I go camping to have campfire coffee and to go fishing. Those are the 2 reasons I go camping. I love making coffee on a campfire and drinking a cup of hot coffee that was made on a campfire. It's not good. I won't say it's as good as like a home coffee, like making a coffee pour over at home or getting a Starbucks coffee. Campfire coffee is not good, like good coffee. But the vibe of boiling water on a campfire and then making French press coffee, it's smokier. Yeah, it has a vibe, and maybe it tastes smoky. Maybe that's just in my head, but it feels better. It feels better. Camping coffee is better for you. So I love making camping coffee in the morning, and I love fishing. Now, a new favorite thing that I do when we go camping is I go forage. That is like my new favorite thing. On our last camping trip, I went mushroom foraging and found like 20 different species of fungus in the forest we were camping in that I had never seen before because I never looked, and now I can't stop looking. Fishing is so fun. It is. I feel like I don't know how it would be if you start doing it as an adult, because I have no fear because I grew up doing it. I make mine on a little stove, so no smoky flavor, and it's still a vibe. We have a stove this year. My brother gave us one for Christmas. A single, like, propane single stove. So we're going to try that this year. But usually when we go camping, what I like to do is I make meals ahead of time that all they need is to be heated up. So we heat them up on the fire. So we have coolers, and I'll have like taco meat, shredded cheese, wraps, and tomatoes all cut up. And then all I have to do is heat the taco meat in a cast iron skillet on the fire. And I get to feel like I made tacos on the fire. And also, it's only one thing that needs to be heated up. I like doing that. I do nachos, I do tacos, I do hot dogs. I feel like the last 3 or 4 times we went camping, that's all I've made. Nachos, tacos, hot dogs. I think. I don't think I made anything that was like... Oh, I made stir-fried rice. What's that called? Fried rice. Mine is super neat. It's a backpacking stove, so it screws on top of the gas canister. I think the one that we got is also like that. It's little. Like, it looks like you could heat up a can of soup. Like, just put a can of soup on it. Last trip I went on, one of the gals that came brought one of those trays of little potatoes you can get at the store. It comes with seasoning and everything. Heavy, but 10 out of 10 worth it. Oh, I also bring baked potatoes, but I prep them. So I just get potatoes. I stab them with a metal skewer a bunch of times so that there's holes in them. I add a clove of garlic minced up, and then I add a little bit of salt and pepper and some either oil or butter. Wrap them in a couple of wraps of tinfoil, or the really thick tinfoil, one wrap of it. And then I have those in the cooler. I put them in a big Ziploc bag in the cooler, and then I just pull them out in around lunchtime and put them at the edge of the fire. And then at dinner time, I push them a little bit closer, and then they're usually cooked by the time we eat. And it's perfect. And that heavy-duty tinfoil, we got that the last time we went camping, and oh, it is so luxurious. If you're used to using regular aluminum foil, tinfoil, what's it called? All tinfoil, aluminum foil. There's like, what's the brand name? You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, you can get the, yes, the Betty Crocker one from Dollarama. We got the extra thick tinfoil. It's literally like metal, like it's thick metal, but you can wrap your potato in it, just one wrap, and it's enough. I brought 6 baked potatoes the last time we went because we were going for 4 days, so I thought, you know, a couple of the days we'll have 1 potato each. We ended up having 1 potato each for the whole trip. So I cooked the rest of them, and then I gave them to, there was a family with like 3 or 4 kids across the way. We were among the only people camping. Like literally it was Alex and me, 1 older couple, and then 1 family in the whole campsite. Like, it was amazing. And I gave them the remaining, and they were like, that's so nice. And they acted like it was like the most amazing gift. And I was like, I wrapped some russet potatoes in tinfoil and put them by a fire for a full day. But you're welcome. Oh my God. Thank you. They were so nice. They lent us their air blower upper for our mattress. And Alex used it to blow up my boat, which has a hole in it now. So disappointing. I have a boat for fishing in. That's a full day's work. Exactly, Melanie. I worked hard for that. I have a boat for fishing. It holds like 400 pounds, so Alex and I can go into it together. But usually we haven't in the past because Thunder's there, and Thunder doesn't like, well, anything. So Alex stays on land with Thunder while I go fishing in the lake. And gosh, Melanie, fishing is so fun. Catch and release is great, but even with your conservation license, I don't know how it works in New Brunswick, but in Ontario you need a fishing license, and there's only 2 fishing licenses. There's the conservation fishing license and then the sport fishing license. Conservation means you can only keep so many. So it's catch and release, but it's not. You're allowed to take some fish. So there's certain fish that have limits. Sport fishing is where you're like, I want to like fish for food, where it's like, I'm catching 10 trout. They have like higher limits. But I will say, when you get your fishing license, get a full year's fishing license, because it's like, if it's the same as Ontario anyway, 1 year fishing license is like $18, and 1 day fishing license is like $14. So it doesn't make sense to get a day fishing license unless you literally are never ever gonna fish again. Oh my God, that's so cool. I didn't know you were so into it. I got my license last month. We have a few different ones, one for salmon and one for everything else. I think it's all the same. Yeah, I love fishing. I've loved fishing since I was a kid. My dad and I would go fishing, and there was a pond where I lived growing up. And I literally have a photo. One second. I have a cute photo of me holding a fish. I believe I do. I saw it. Here, look. This is, does you have a year on you? No year. Look, here's Tomboy Laura with a catfish. So this is my driveway growing up. Look, my mom's plants. She was getting ready to plant a garden. This is my driveway growing up. If I walked down the road, there's no more houses here. This is like a thicket, and then there's a path that goes to a big pond. So it's like I walked home with this catfish in a bucket to show my dad. Also, look at what I'm wearing. Extreme. I'm wearing my brother's basketball shorts and a hand-me-down of my brother's. And this is my haircut that I thought looked so cute and girly when I got it. Look at my braces. So I thought I looked so cute and girly, and now looking back, I'm like, that looks like a little boy. That looks like a 10-year-old boy. That really looks like a boy. That looks like a little boy. She's so cute. She was such a cute little girl. Her poor little heart. This outfit that I'm wearing in this photo, I genuinely believed I was girly. Like yes, I was a tomboy, but I did not believe I was a tomboy. Like if someone was like, "Oh, you're a tomboy," I would have been like, "What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm girly and boys should think I'm beautiful." I thought that boys would think I was beautiful. I looked like a boy. I was mistaken for a boy fairly regularly, because there were 2 boys, one named Matthew and one named David, who had almost the same haircut as me in this age, and I would be called Matthew and David all the time. I went to a Catholic school. So this is me being a very cute little kid, probably 11 years old maybe. Anyway, I would walk down my driveway, walk through this is another house that's like right here. I would walk through their backyard to get to the pond and fish alone for 10 hours. I would literally, my dad and mom, our neighborhood obviously was safe. Like now looking back, it had to have been a safe place, because the number of times I could have gone missing and never returned is crazy. I could have drowned in that pond. So many things could have happened, but it was so safe where I lived, because I would leave in the morning at 5 a.m. in the summertime. I'd wake up before the sun, get all my fishing equipment, bye dad, because my dad was already up, and then I would go down to the pond at 5 a.m. and I would fish until 10 a.m. and then I would come home and eat something, and then I would go back and I would put my fishing line out. Like in the morning it was busy, so I would be like catching fish. In the afternoon I would put my fishing line out, and then I would wade in the water knee deep looking for turtles and crayfish and snakes and leeches and clams and these giant snails. They were like this big, but they were like water snails. And I would just hunt for animals, looking around, trying to catch stuff. And then occasionally I would catch a catfish that was just swam by my bait. I was very much into it all through my childhood, and now as an adult, I love fishing. No way I can tell you're a girl. I believed it was very obvious that I looked like a girl, but looking back, I'm like, oh, that's why they mistook me for David and Matthew, because I literally didn't wear makeup, had short hair, and wore boys' clothes. Literally, now in the present, I guarantee somebody at some point would have been like, are you trans? But as a kid, that wasn't a thing yet, and I absolutely wasn't. Like, I really believed I looked like every other girl. And now when you like see pictures of me next to like my best friend, she was already wearing makeup. She always had cute earrings in. She always had her nails painted, and she would wear like pink and dresses and stuff. And I would stand next to her and be like, we are the same. I don't see a difference in us. Maybe this is just the mom in me, unless you have altered color settings, but you're looking awfully pale all of a sudden to me. Do you feel okay? I feel okay. I feel like a little bit like congested and coffee, but no, I feel okay. It could have been the color adjusting. I'm also getting closer to the mic, so when I do this, do you see like my skin looks like bluer? Could be that. I'm okay though. Thank you for checking on me though. Appreciate you. Anyway, fishing is so cool. I'm so happy for you, Melanie, that you're going to get into it. But you really don't need a lot of equipment to get into it. So like, don't buy into the hype. So cool. I did the same during summer. We had a spot on the water by the mouth of a river, and I was always playing in the tide pools. I love to hear the differences in critters from pond to river or bay. Well, a pond doesn't get to have any of the cool saltwater things. Like, we didn't have any cool crabs or anything, but we did have giant snails, water snakes, and garter snakes. Lots of frogs and toads and turtles, snapping turtles, leeches, clams, just varieties of fish. I would catch bugs too, like water striders. Pretty much that. Poor punctuation, lol. I meant, no way, I can tell you're a girl. No, I knew that's what you were saying. Also, I meant you do look like a girl. Yes, I disagree somewhat, but I am happy that you could see little Laura for who she was. Anyway, when you get into fishing, are you going to be fishing in the ocean? Can you fish in the ocean? Of course you can fish in the ocean. Can an individual fish in the ocean? I know fishing companies fish in the ocean, but like, could you like take a boat and fish in the ocean as an individual? I literally can't picture myself with a fishing rod by an ocean. Fishing is for small lakes and ponds and rivers. Michelle, absolutely. Okay, cool. Also, for what it's worth, I think that haircut is so cute. That haircut was supposed to make me look like Martina McBride in the music video for Concrete Angel, which at the time was mine and my sister's favorite song. It's literally like such a sad song, but we thought it was so beautiful. Martina McBride, Concrete Angel. I just want to show you what she looks like, because this is what I asked for when I went to the hair salon. So when you look at her and you're like, I don't know about all that, but you know, you did your best. So this is what I was going for. Nope, not that. Hold on a sec here. Let me move you over here. There we go. This haircut. This is what I was trying for. When I asked them to cut my hair, I asked them to make me look like her. Hold on, where's the haircut? This haircut. With that shirt. But her dreams give her wings. Let me see. Martina McBride, Concrete Angel, hair. That's all we get. That's the haircut. That's what I thought I looked like. I love that song. Yeah, it's a good song. It's sad. Honestly, pretty spot on. Okay. I didn't style my hair though, so that's part of it. Like when you get that haircut, you have to like put wax in it, and I just was like, oh no, I just thought my hair would sit like that. The haircut is probably correct. Also, what kind of blow up boat do you use to fish? I don't know. I'll have to ask Alex because I literally have no idea. People also surf fish from the shore. Wow. She sells seashells by the seashore. People surf fish from the shore. Like they sit on surfboards and have a fishing rod. That sounds like fun. That's actually awesome. It does seem kind of forbidden for some reason. It does. What are you doing fishing with a fishing rod? Like in the ocean, I'm only picturing like fishing vessels that are like using a net. The idea that someone's out there with like a fishing rod in the ocean seems weird. Okay, there we go. I've got my 2 rounds on both wrists. Why does that one look longer? It isn't. So why does it look that way? Just vibes based. Okay. No, just hanging on the beach. Okay. That seems... I can't imagine it, but I believe you. Okay, here is what she looks like now with the cuffs. Black. Great. I would be worried that I'd cast out and a giant ocean monster would bite and flip my boat. I'm not gonna lie, that is something I also would be wary of. Although I haven't had anything do that in my boat. When I was a kid, that happened, where something big, I was in a canoe with my dad, and I ended up crying and telling him he had to cut the line, and he cut the line and did not bring in the fish because I was so scared. The fish was dragging our boat. We were in a canoe, and he caught something, or I caught something? One of us caught something, and he was reeling it in, and it was dragging our boat. And I was like, if it's big enough to drag 2 people and a canoe, sir, we don't need this. We don't need this fish. And he was like, he was pissed. I mean, like, he was nice because I was little, but I only know how pissed he was because now thinking of that, I would have been so pissed if that happened. If some child was like, Dad, no, it's scary. Shut up. It's such a big fish. We need to catch this. This is not damaged. Should I replace it with the black and red anyway? Or should I just leave it? Let me show you from a little far away. Should I leave the collar too? Oh, I'm so happy with the mending. That mending looks cool. I like when the mending comes out cute. All right, so we've got new cuffs. Nice and sturdy. New mending. No holes anywhere else. No more weakness anywhere else. She's beautiful. What's happening here? Oh, you're just a tail. I need to cut. Where'd you go? I was just holding you. Where did you go? I saw it on here. Here you are. Okay, 2 sweaters down. A bunch more to go. But I'm happy this one's done. Now Alex will be happy to wear it again. Okay, I'll show you the blanket now that I paid $2 for at the thrift store. I couldn't leave it behind. Look at how much somebody worked on this. Look how beautiful this blanket is. $2. The yarn is worth like $20. The yarn that it took, and the colors are beautiful, aren't they? Doesn't it look like a popsicle? It's so perfectly made. Look at that gorgeous texture. So $2 at my local thrift store for this gorgeous blanket. $2. Yep, can't go wrong for $2. They did the chevron stitch, but they did it back loops only, so it has this gorgeous texture. Isn't that beautiful? See that texture? Yep. I can't leave stuff behind like this when it's $2. Like, it feels sinful that anyone would get rid of it. So and it's acrylic, which is awesome. I love that for me, because then I can wash it easily. Okay, next I have my favorite wool sweater. Pretty sure this has something damaged on it. I don't know where, but I'm pretty sure it does, because I haven't been wearing it. So there must be a reason I haven't been wearing it. Let's see. Oh my god, I love that sweater. Me too. One of my real favorite sweaters. One of my first handmades that I did for myself. This one's an old one. This one's got to be, what, maybe 2018? Does that seem right? 2018? Can't be 2017, could it? This is all done with Briggs and Little wool. Oh, I think it's inside out. Yeah. Right? Where's that seam? Oh, it's felted, which is kind of lovely. But it also makes it hard to tell which side is the inside and which side's the outside. Yeah, it is inside out. Let's try this. Maybe, is it the cuffs that's broken? Why have I not been wearing it? Why is this so tight? This needs to be reblocked. This thing has felted because it's been put in the washer and dryer 100 times, but it's still very cute. I wonder if it even fits me at all anymore. I don't see any damage on this. Why have I not been wearing it? Is it just because it's been too tight? I can fix that in like an afternoon. I don't see any damage. No moth damage at all. This was a previous mend, but I'm still fine with it. I'm not going to take that out. Yep, I don't see any damage, okay? My bad. This one's not damaged at all. But it is a very cute sweater. Just a basic pullover. This one is labeled on my channel as the 90s pullover, because to me it looked like those colors that all of us wore as babies. Well, all of us 90s babies. Is it even that tight? I'm going to try it on and see how tight it is. It doesn't feel like it's going to be that tight. Like, it's snug. It used to be like more roomy. Okay, I found an error or a damaged spot. It definitely used to be more roomy, but I can still get it on. Maybe I'll see what's wrong with it wearing it. Okay, so I just need to reblock it to get it to fit a little bit better. But otherwise, like, there's nothing wrong with it. This one cuff has one little spot that needs fixing, but I can do that in like 2 minutes. Ugh. I think I just need to block it again so I can stretch out the arms a bit. Ugh. Cute though. Alright, 1 sec. I need to find a pink yarn. I think I have something pink over here. Yes. Just to fix up that cuff. Do love that sweater though. Why haven't I been wearing you, friend? You've been so good to me for so many years. Alright, I've got some pink acrylic. This whole sweater is wool, but I'm doing the mending in acrylic because I don't have any wool right now. At least none that's pink. Ma'am, what do you think you're doing? Nobody asked you to be that loud. Okay. So I just have one little area that it's not even that big of a deal, but I'm going to fix it anyway. Try and blend that. Just so I have no reason to not wear it. You could go inside. That's amazing. I'm glad it ended up with someone who appreciates it. Me too. I always feel like if it doesn't go to me, it's gonna end up in a landfill, and that makes me sad. Oh, I need your guys' help. I have a fur coat and it's fox. It's a beautiful fox fur coat, but it is so damaged. I was originally, like, I purchased it with the intention to fix it, but I was investigating it yesterday. Excuse me. You cut that out, ma'am. Don't scream like that. Nobody likes that. Anyway, this beautiful jacket, it's almost floor length, and it's fox fur. And it's so pretty, but the fur is damaged, and the lining is damaged, and it's past the amount of damage that I feel confident in fixing. And I don't know what I should do. I don't know if there's an upcycle for it. Like, can I use the fur for something else? That's option number 1. Option number 2, should I find a tailor and have someone else fix it? It'll probably be pretty expensive because it's, like, very old. It's an old coat. And then, yeah, I don't know what to do with it. So I think I want to look up what I could do, like, upcycle-wise, if there is any upcycle options for a fur coat. I feel like there's gotta be, because there are so many fur coats now in the thrifting sphere. Make Rohan a bed out of it. Rohan will probably pee on it, or have sex with it, or chew on it. It's fur. It's like real fox fur. I can't imagine that Rohan is going to treat it respectfully at all. I've seen online people making, like, throw pillows for their couch, but I don't have a couch that I need fur throw pillows, you know? All right, mended. One more project finished. Ready to go. Did I pull you inside out when I took you off? What happened here? Yes. Right? You're inside out? No, you're inside out. Hard to tell. Once a sweater has felted, it's hard to tell what's the inside and what's the outside. You know what I could do? Since we're here, I could just use a little piece of yarn and mark the front and the back and the inside and outside. So here's the front, there's the back, and I can just take a little strand of my incorrect color pink yarn. It's only slightly off. Make a bag for foraging with. Oh, a bag could be a good option. A fur bag. There's so much fur. It's a full fur coat, and there's enough to do a pretty substantial project with. Okay, I'm just gonna weave through the green area with this incorrect pink yarn. Oh, you can't see. I'm going on the inside of the work where the green yarn starts, and I'm just gonna pull the pink through, and then I'm gonna weave it. This is just gonna be so that when I'm looking at it, when I'm folding it or when I'm washing it or whatever, I'll be able to see this is the back and this is the inside of the work, so I won't end up wearing it inside out, because that would be embarrassing. A bag for foraging with does sound kind of cool. I could make a really cool Renaissance fair foraging bag. There. Line mittens, cuffs. I've always wanted to try this thing where people cut it into strips to knit with. I'm currently making earmuffs out of recycled fox fur. Earmuffs is a good idea. I feel like if I tried to make a hat, it would just come out looking like one of those Russian fur hats. Okay, there we go. Now the back inside is marked, so I know how to put it on, because when you look at the front of a sweater versus the back, it can be hard to tell when you're just quickly putting it on. And now I have the inside and the outside marked. Tell me I just did that backwards. You effing fool. I just did it exactly backwards. You fool. What is wrong with you? Now we'll just pull out what we just did and do it again, but on the inside of the fabric instead of on the outside. Annoying. Annoying. It was one of my grandma's coats. It was super impractical as a coat, but it's dark green printed leather and dark green fox fur. Oh, that sounds gorgeous. The one that I have is, as far as I know, natural color. I can show it to you. I can bring it upstairs and you can see it. It's so pretty. It is also pretty as a coat, but all of the parts are falling apart. Like the buttons, not only are they coming off the coat, they're also falling apart. Like the coat is old. It has been through a life. And I have worn it a few times before I realized what was happening to it, like that it was falling apart. I wore it when we lived in Toronto. So I've had it for years now. And it's like it's disintegrating. It's just falling apart. And I have mothballs in it, so it's not moths that are destroying the coat. It's just aging. Just aging out. Okay, let me try this again. On the correct side. Where did my pink yarn go? I just had it. Well, this will have to do. No dancey dance. No dance. No dancey dance. Dancey, dancey, dancey dance. A dance, dance, dancey dance. I said a dance, 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 dancey dance, dancey dance, dancey dance. Look, see, dancey dance, dancey dance, dancey, 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 dancey dance. Dancey dance. Yeah. Yours? Dancey, dancey, dancey dance. A dance, dance, dancey dance. I said a dance, 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 dancey dance. That's dancey dance. It is. I've mostly disassembled the coat. Hold on. There's the back. It's been so cold lately. I think I should finish the earmuffs. It has been cold. I thought we were going to have another warm front come, but I don't know when that's coming because, first of all, it's snowing today, which it means it's not that cold. Usually if it snows, it's not as cold. If there's no snow and it's clear out, that's extra cold. But it's still chilly. It's chillier than I want it to be. I want it to be spring, and it is very much winter. February 12th. I need to put my Christmas mugs away. We are getting swamped today and then again on the weekend. Really? Well, I'm glad I don't have any big driving to do, but I still don't love that. Wow, I just realized it's Wednesday. I've been a bit overwhelmed lately. Hello, Laura and everyone. Hey there, Deborah. Happy Wednesday. Sorry you've been overwhelmed. Such is the way of life. You are either overwhelmed or bored. Those are your two options as an adult. Do you want to be bored or do you want to be overwhelmed? As a kid, you're like, I don't want to be bored. As an adult, you're like, I would prefer boredom over the stress of everything going wrong. Winter storm warning in effect. Okay, there. Now I've labeled the back inside of the sweater. Mending is done. All right, we've got 3 sweaters mended out of a possible 1 million. Okay, so this is done. This one's not done, is it? No, that one's not done. This one's not done. This one's not done. This one, not done. This one, not done. But these ones, this one not done. But these 3 are done. Yay! We got 3 sweaters mended. 1, 2. Where's that third one gone? Fell on the floor. And 3. 3 sweaters down. 1 million to go. But I have to pee. So you guys are gonna have to just hold your horses, and I'll be right back, okay? Keep an eye on the birds. They'll probably try to do crimes. I'll turn the music up. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the coat. What do you do with a coat like this? How much did I pay for this? $12 I paid for this coat. You can see we've got active tears. The lining has come almost entirely off. But look at how pretty the fur is. Ugh. There's no button here anymore. There's one button left up here. Ugh. Look at how pretty it is. Don't you just want to go to the show? I just want to go to the show. Ugh. It's so pretty. I just want to wear it out in the world and just be a lady in a fur coat. But it's also so worn. It's like been through everything. There's parts where the fur is like off. Like the fur has come off. But oh, it's so pretty. It's so soft. It's the prettiest, softest fur coat. So this is something. And it has the initials of the person who owned it, which is cool. Because it's old. I don't know how to figure out how old it is, but it is so gorgeous. Oh, how beautiful is that fur? For $12, this is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of dead animals for $12. It felt sinful to not buy it. That's why I bought it. Because when I saw it, I was like, how many animals died for this? For $12? So there's two pieces sewn together here, but that means this one piece is one fox. Gorgeous. So I don't know what to do with it. But I have it, so there's that. I have this beautiful fur coat with no idea what to do with it. All right, this sweater, I don't know if anything's wrong with it or if I just don't like it anymore. I don't see any holes or any damage anywhere, but that one's just not been worn for a while. This one, I don't think this has any issues. I think it's just, I haven't worn it. It's acrylic, so there's no holes in it. Some wear. Nothing wrong with it. This one doesn't need a mend. I thought it did. It was in the mending pile. Look how long the sleeves are. I washed it and the sleeves got stretched out so far. But I still like it. This one for sure has holes in it. I know this one has to because it's made of wool and all of the wool sweaters got damaged. This one, the sleeves I think are where the damage is. There's a hole in it somewhere. Yep, here's the hole. That sucks. This one's like a bolero cardigan. The cuff also has damage on this side. Here's how she is. She's cute, she's cozy, but we have damage here that we need to deal with. But I don't have any purple yarn. How about this one? This one's Alex's first sweater I ever made for him. And I don't even know if there's any actual damage to it. Is there? I don't see anything. How about the cuffs? Cuff looks good. Bottom looks good. Other cuff? Ah, there's the damage. Second cuff. Okay, so we can do this one. I do want to search on Pinterest here for a sec and see what Pinterest has for what you can do with an old fur coat. Fur coat upcycle. Like this. Turn it into a rug. Okay. You know? Adding fur to another jacket. That's cool. What to... What can I do with an old fur coat? Let's see. Donate, resell, restyle, or repurpose. Yes, thank you. Donate it to PETA. Why would I donate it to PETA? Sell it. Okay, thank you. Do furriers buy used fur? They usually get offered store credit. Are fur coats worth anything anymore? No. Ooh, deep voice. So intense. So intense. Repurposing fur coat. See what the internet has for us. Repurposed into a throw or a pillow. Sure. That fur coat smells like mothballs. A stuffed animal? No. I won't be making a stuffed animal out of real fur. That's crazy. Ooh, a scarf out of the bottom hem of the fox. That's cool. Oh, the blanket seems so luxurious, doesn't it? A fur blanket. A fur hat. I feel like there's not a whole lot you can do with fur. That sucks. I want there to be more that I can do with fur. It's pretty, but in wintergreen lifesavers, I heard they help repel moths also. Oh. Wintergreen lifesavers. Sounds good. Look, that's kind of like the one that I have. And they smell better. Oh, yes, they do. Because let me tell you, mothballs. At first, I was like, I don't mind the smell. And now I'm like, I actually do mind it. No, mink. Restyle luxury furs. You can also get cedar balls. That's true. Okay, let's see. Fox fur coat. I feel like I looked up that it was fox fur because it's like that beautiful orange. Yeah, that for sure. Real fox fur jacket. $1,200. Okay. You know me, I love looking up what the price of things are. Estate furs. $1,600 for a floor-length fur coat. Oh, but it's so pretty. Like, I don't want them to kill any new foxes, obviously. But let me tell you, the look of fur, so luxurious. Don't kill any new foxes, okay? But the foxes that already died, oh, they're so beautiful. Leave the fur on the fox. But if you find a vintage fur coat for $12, I don't see a problem with that at all. I literally see no problem with that. I think that is a wonderful thing. I could pull it all apart right now. Oh, bye, Sid. Have a good lunch. Like, we could seam rip it because it is falling apart, and I'm already over mending these. I'm over it. There's too much to do. Oh, I just killed the camera. One sec. just loose. I think. Hello? Hello? There we go. I'm back. Everything's okay. Haha, who turned off the lights? Me. I knocked the cable. Like there's tufts. Oh my god, look, on me. Tufts of fur. Like the fur is like falling apart. Killed the camera, but Lord Thunder remained. Lord Thunder will never leave us. Like, look at this, like, the damage. Do you see the fur itself is just falling apart? It's not even on the seam. It's like, that's why I added mothballs, because I was like, what is possibly falling apart? I think it's just age. I think it's just falling, like, apart. The fur has come off of the cuffs. The lining is separating from the fur. My only advice is don't take, it's coming off the skin. Yeah. Don't take apart the whole panels of fur sewn together. That's a good idea because those parts are still pretty secure looking. Like the back part of the jacket is still sewn together really nicely. There's no like looseness. The fur is a little bit, I want to say threadbare in some spots. Like the fur has thinned out. But yeah, like the bottom, the skin, it's like the skin of the leather of the fur is damaged. Like, look, just touching it and it's breaking. Do you see? It's like so dry. That's just coming apart. So I kind of want to remove that. I don't even think I need to use a seam ripper. The skin is so brittle that I can just sort of separate it off. But see, these big chunks are now going to just spread hair all over. See? It's just like so dry. The fur, the skin, the leather is so dry. I think that's dry rot. Yeah? It's not ideal. I'll tell you that. I'm just gonna try and separate this large piece. I wonder if that's something I can fix. Dry rot doesn't sound fixable. Those words sound stressful. There we go. That goes to the end. Oh, it's multiple pieces. I thought this was all one animal. Okay. There are leather conditioners. Okay, well, maybe that's what I need to do. But for now, I'm just gonna cut off the bottom hem and all of those fur pieces that are detaching. But what's weird is this part of the fur is still supple. Just that large, like the long, oops, don't rip. Just the long-haired part is dry. Look at that, isn't that strange? It's beautiful though. Just looked it up. I guess there's this stuff called leather consolidant that helps the fibers rebound on damaged leather. Okay. So there is an option. Just cutting some of these threads to get this main piece off. I'm trying to save as big of a piece as I can of this part because I love how it looks. Okay. Now we'll move along the back. The whole thing is doing that though. The whole large piece. It's weird that it's only the long-haired piece. All the body piece of the coat is like structured pretty sound. This whole thing was just put together with a zigzag stitch. That's wild. the zigzag stitch. That's tail fur, so long. Oh, maybe that's one tail then? Strange. Alright, the lining is stitched in by hand. We love when lining is hand stitched. We've got a nice bias tape in here. Ooh, with a beautiful cotton thread. That's a strong, gorgeous, strong cotton thread that they hand sewed the lining in with. Oh, they hand sewed the bias tape in too. Gorgeous. All right, look at it's labeled on the inside. So I'm gonna do my best to not break this large piece here. I'm just gonna kind of get those little seams ripped. Oh, there's tobacco in the pocket. Little pieces of tobacco. On the taxidermy subreddit, they said the only way to fix a dry rotted pelt like this is to glue another piece of leather onto the back. Okay, well, I can do that. I have leather. I don't have leather glue, but that doesn't mean I can't get it. Thank you for looking that up. No, I would have eventually looked it up. How can I fix this? Okay. Dry rot. What a sad name. Alright. Oh my gosh, Rohan. Made me jump. Okay. Just pull that loose hair off. Look at that gorgeous, gorgeous fur. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save it. There's no way to not save it. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, now we need to flip it. Disconnect the lining on the underside. The lining has been through a lot, this lining. I wonder when this fur was made, when it was alive. Where was it from? I wonder if the markings on the inside will give any indications. Like if there's anything I can discover about the animal by seeing the markings on the inside of the fur. Wouldn't that be cool? Like, look at this. This is stamped. Stamped leather. They also said trying to condition it will just make it harder to glue, unfortunately. Okay, so I'll just keep it safe until I get leather glue. And then I can glue it to another piece of leather, and then I can sew it into other things. So the hair is beautiful, just the skin is problems. I've been on a bit of a fur upcycling deep dive the past couple of years. Well, that's good for me. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just cutting some of the lining. I don't want to pull on the fur because it seems to break whenever I pull on it. So I'm trying to avoid pulling on it. There's so many different markings on the inside though that I want to like do a little investigatory work. See if I can find either where the fur is from or I don't know, something like that. Okay. Beauty, beauty. And we can pull you off of that. One sec, I'm just trying to rip along a seam. Okay. One beautiful piece of fox fur coming right up. Let's try and get this piece off. So we're not going to try to condition the fur. We're just going to try and keep it safe until we can glue it to leather. Fine by me. Okay, there's my center back. Okay, I think we almost got it off. Got to trim from the center back. And we can pull along the seam. Almost there. There. Okay, now the tail is separated. Let's see how the coat is. There's little bits of fur all over me. I love that. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, so here's the coat now. I've removed the bottom hemline fur. So there's no fur. Well, there is still, but like there's mostly no fur at the bottom, which is fine. Now I've got this pile of fur here that I think I'm going to just put this right outside for birds, because it can be made into nests. So I'm going to take this and just put it outside in my garden. I'll be right back. So now my room smells very mothball-y. Here is our beautiful fur. I'm going to show you the back side of it so you can see the damage. What I'll do is I'll show it to you on the phone version upside down here. So you can see we've got a bunch of pieces sewn together. Maybe that's another problem. There's all these pieces sewn together. And there's markings on the wool, or on the fur. Any others? Any clear that I can read? Not really. So there's the piece. Look at how gorgeous this is. Is that not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? What in the world? Like, I don't want animals to die. I love animals. But this has been dead for a very long time, and at least we can acknowledge how gorgeous it is. Right? Look at that. Oh, it's so soft. So I'm going to lay this flat so that there's no pulling on it. And I'm going to leave the inside unexposed. So the fur will be on the outside. I'm going to put this into a vacuum seal bag, I think. No, I won't, because I don't want it to crack. So I don't want it to be struggling at all. Let's just remove that little line where the seam is. I posted a couple of pics in Discord of uses I did with some leather. Ooh, cool. Let me have a look. Okay, so there's that. That piece is going to be made into something. The rest of the coat is more or less holding together. The top is also tail, and it's falling apart so aggressively. That's what ended up on my shoulder. This top section is just like crumbling. I don't even know if I want to pull it apart because I think it'll break. But like, look, you can just remove chunks, which is not ideal. Not what we're looking for. In finished objects, okay, cool. Let me just get into Discord. Hello, Beelzebub. Don't poop on my sweaters. How sad. I know. It's a very beautiful coat, so it's very sad for it to fall apart like this. But It's not going to get any less falling apart, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go to finished objects. Where are you? Finished objects, there you are, okay. Here we go, let's see. My dad was a hunter years ago. I inherited most of the hides, beautiful, that were processed. He had some put on our bench. Oh, had some put on our bench by a friend, turned out beautifully. Gorgeous. When making porcelain Indian dolls, I'd use for the papoose board. Aw. That's nice. Beautiful. Like, I love fur. I wish that... No, I don't wish that it was more accessible. I'm happy with the lack of accessibility. It's so beautiful. It doesn't need to be accessible. People can just look for vintage ones. Baby doll, I'm not letting you out. You're an indoor cat. We go over this. You already know you're an indoor cat. It is accessible by Indigenous. Okay, true. It's not cost effective and accessible, but here's what I think. Either, absolutely, like you said, buy Indigenous if you want to buy a new fur item. But if you're okay not buying something new, thrift it. There's tons of fur in the secondhand market now. Every time I go to the thrift store, there's a fur coat there. Like, every single time. So, you just have to look. Good call on the buying Indigenous, though. I didn't even think of that. Because they can still do it without having a factory farm. We don't need to factory farm animals for fur. That being said, we're factory farming them for meat. So, like, it's all the same. It's all evil. So true, the fur coats at my local store are also $12 tax in. That's what I'm saying, because nobody wears them. They're not a huge style trend. I mean, in certain fashion scenes, sure they are. But generally, I would say fur coats are not part of the general public's fashion currently. But when you see a beautiful fur item, ooh, it really catches your eye. Fur has such a gorgeous look to it. I'm just releasing the lining from the project. The lining has been through its own very hard life. I've never seen a lining that had been through so much. But it's not silk. The lining is like polyester, so it's not that old. If it was silk, that would be where we would be going. We can't cut into this. We have to bring it to a museum or something. It's not that old. It's not museum old. Okay, off to lunch with Dad and Grandpa. That's so cute. Love you guys. You too, Melanie. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy lunch. I just love how it's been this lining was hand stitched into the garment. The lining itself is machine stitched. Another reason I know it's not that old. But, ugh, why is there so much tobacco in here? That's so weird. Is tobacco a deterrent for insects or something? Look at what just fell on me. It looks like the inside of a cigarette. See? It still smells like tobacco. Not strong, but I don't know what tobacco is doing in here. Either the person smoked and it just fell into this lining somehow, or is tobacco part of the keep the bugs away? They were a smoker. I mean, at the time when this was part of their fashion, who wasn't a smoker? I feel like being a non-smoker would have been atypical. There we go. And we're getting it. Lining's coming apart, no problem. I wonder if they smoked, like, from a pipe or something. Ooh, behind the lining, I found more information. Excuse me, sorry about that. Information here is the style and the size. Size says it's 15. Size 15. I wish it said the name of the maker on it somewhere. Maybe it will. Hidden in here. Maybe I'll be able to find who made it. And when. That would be a cool thing to find out. Okay. Lining is coming out pretty good. No real issues here. We're too far gone now. Nothing we can do now. It's happening. By the way, if you've not yet clicked the thumbs up button today, please do. You're already here hanging out with us, and it's a free way that you can show your support. Once the lining is out, I feel like it's going to be a lot more obvious where everything is and what's happening. Maybe this is not falling apart because it's already lined. The fur, I mean. There we go. Simply gorgeous. Good. There we go. Lining is separated. Tons of tobacco. As a non-smoker, I do not... The fur coat doesn't smell like smoke, though, so that's nice. Because that smell is very unpleasant. If you're not a smoker, the smell of smoke is very unpleasant. And I would have picked up on it immediately. Very beautiful. This side was done by a different person because the stitches are in a completely different location on this side of the coat. They go through the fur. On the other side, they did not go through the fur. Oh my god, I thought I just saw a bug, but it was a shadow. Scared me. Alrighty. I know it's already 12, but I'm gonna just stick around to get the lining out. Also, I'm avoiding leaving because when I leave, I have to go to work. I have so much to do today. You guys do? Are you guys doing anything cool today? I have to get 2 videos done today. That's my plan. I filmed one yesterday, but I have a backlog to edit. And I'm not looking forward to it. I just have to sit at my computer all day, and I'm very much not feeling the vibe, you know? But I gotta do it, because I'm busy tomorrow. Whew. This lining is a little bit tightly sewn here. I think 2 different people worked on this coat because these stitches are a different size than the other side. Okay, how far did we get on this side? Let's go back. Sorry, gabbing to daughter as well. I watched the hat one. I needed that like last week. I love how you closed it off. Right? I feel like the close off with the reductions before the drawstring method. I feel like it fits really nicely. I really like that hat. I've been wearing it a lot. All right, there we go. Lining is almost separated. You could use some tiny sharp scissors. You're right. You're right about that. Oh, one more sleeve. This sleeve is not separated. Hold on. How did tobacco get into the lining of this coat? That's the real question here. What were you doing that tobacco ended up in the lining? There we go. Now the lining has been, I think, separated. Any other spots where you're connected? No? Okay, good. Lining has come apart. Gorgeous. The lining of the coat. So cool. Labeled with some pen marks that have not gone anywhere. There we go. Now we can look at this coat without any lining. See what they did. Okay, so we've got reinforcement on the shoulders. We love that. A little bit of padding. Yeah, the body seems pretty strong. That seems like that looks like a beat up house coat. It does, doesn't it? Okay, so this has torn. So let's just see how that sleeve is connected. Probably had a hole in the pocket and tobacco spilled out. That makes sense. When she smoked from her pipe, like what was happening that she had loose tobacco? Was she rolling her cigarettes when she needed them? Just trying to get an access point to the sleeve seam, sorry. I'm gonna remove this first sleeve because it's damaged. Gotta go. Have an awesome rest of your day. You too, Deborah. Have a great day. Do not work too hard today, but have a great day. Okay. Ooh, I could turn this into a very pretty vest. Remove the sleeves, finish off the edge, and look like a 70s hippie. Sleeveless fur vest. Alright, sleeve is off because it's damaged. Make a capelet for the Ren Fair. I don't know if the neck thing is going to survive. This is so crunchy. Just like the fur at the bottom was crunchy. Okay. And we'll do the same thing to the other sleeve. I think the reason these ones haven't fallen apart is because they're already reinforced. I think that the brown fabric is sewn to the fur. So I think that's probably why it hasn't fallen apart. dry rot. The fact that there's dry rot, that it even exists, is kind of rude. Just keep it dry and then you don't have to worry about anything. Just kidding. There's also this fun thing called dry rot. Okay, look. Don't cause troubles, Beelzebub. Okay, so now, imagine this. That'd be good for a Ren fair. Me in my sleeveless fur coat. My fur vest. Oh, wouldn't that make such a pretty skirt? Would that be so weird? Yes, it would. Wearing a full fur skirt might be weird. Alright, so sleeves are off. Good. Now we can remove the fur collar. But I'm going to remove it carefully to... Where are you stitched on? To see if we can preserve it. Like you said, for a Ren fair. Oh, right. Forgot about you. Okay, so down here I can cut along this seam. And then again right here. Yes, Beelzebub, we hear you. These scissors are too big for this job. The birdies don't know how to be good, Candace. You know that. They are the devil. Both of those birds. Okay. Almost got the collar off. I have to vacuum immediately after the stream today, because I am now surrounded by bits of fur. Rohan sitting there thinking, I better be a good boy if I want to save my hide. I would never, Rohan. Well, that's not true. I would never do it while you're still alive. I would never kill you for your fur, Rohan. If I got your fur because you died of natural causes, I don't know that I wouldn't do that. Okay, there we go. Here's the collar separated. It's super dry, but very pretty. I'm gonna try and fold it and keep that together. Gorge. And now there's fur all over me. I'm just gonna cut along these seams to separate the front body piece from the back. No problem. There we go. That coat must be putting off a scent. His nose has been going. It surely is. It surely is. Okay, here we go. Here's the fur coat now. Spread out gorgeous. Oh my god, it's the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life. How many animals is this? Would that be a crazy thing to have a blanket made of a fox? Okay, and then at the waist seam is where I'll pull that apart. Better to do this inside out, then I can follow the seam. Exactly. More tobacco. Gorgeous. Okay, there we go. Ugh. There's tobacco and fur all over me. Was not my plan for this morning, but okay. All right, so there's the top half of the jacket, smaller pieces. We'll put them together with the top collar. And then the bottom half of the body, this is what I would be making something a little bit more substantial. Let me just remove these pockets because they're made of the lining. They look like mittens. Ooh, big warm fur mittens. That'd be lovely. Or I could like knit a pair of mittens and then put fur on the cuffs. I'm just removing the pockets because they're just stitched on like the lining was. Ugh. I love judging whoever put this together. Seeing the spots where they were like, no one will ever see this. It doesn't matter. Well, I'm seeing it. So how about that? Mr. Fur artist. Fur tailor. Fur manufacturer. Mr. Fur salesman. Okay. Lining. One more pocket to remove. You could make mittens with fur cuffs for everyone. Literally, I could. Maybe I should. I am left-handed. This is not working. There we go. Oh, beautiful lining. Okay, now we've got the pockets removed, and the pockets are along a seam, which I could cut, but I think I'm gonna not cut it. How's the strength of that leather? Okay, that leather feels a lot stronger, feels a lot less likely to rip. So let me just check how this brown fabric is stitched onto it, see if it's removable. This seems like a cotton lining, just to reinforce or to cover the seams of the leather, I think. Yeah, okay. A fur coat for Alistair. Imagine. How dapper. A little dapper baby fur coat. I don't know anyone who would want something made of fur in my life. Except me. I love fur. I don't love animals dying, so I don't want new fur, but I love how fur feels. Like, I love the feeling of fur, and I love how it looks. But I don't think anyone in my family would want any item made of fur. I don't think. I think they would all be too grossed out by it. I have family members who like can't even eat lobster because it looks like what it is. So I don't think any of them would enjoy fur. A fur cape. Ooh, a fur cape could be cool. I'm just removing the brown lining from the leather because it doesn't look like it's being used to secure the leather, just to cover it. So I'm just gonna remove it so we can see what the leather looks like just on its own. How do you wash leather? Or how do you wash fur coats? Are they dry clean only? I guess you could just put it out on a day like today. I might do that actually. I might just put it outside for part of the day just to air it out. It's not a bad idea. You know, like you do with duvets. Okay, that piece was in my way. Okay, so where the pockets were, the continuity is a little bit screwed up. That's okay. And I'm being really careful not to cut the leather anywhere. I do kind of want to make something beautiful for myself with this. It's just so pretty. And literally, how many animals had to die for this? A bunch, like many animals died for this. It wasn't like one fox, you know? I wonder how much this cost when it was originally for sale. I like the idea of a fur cape. For me, not for Alistair. Plus, my sisters are not going to want anything for their kids that requires special care. And I feel like fur requires some special care. I wonder if they bought this fur from the Hudson's Bay Company. Or if they bought it from a private fur trapper. Or if they bought it from some overseas fur factory. I wish I knew more history about it. I say as I deconstruct it. More tobacco in the lining here. Sorry if my volume's not as loud. I'm farther away from the mic now. Okay, there we go. Now this can come here. Okay. We had an actual fur store here in my city, closed down a number of years ago. Like a fur store, a store that sells fur, like a literal fur store. That seems so bizarre in like nowadays time. But like fur used to be a common thing to have because it was very warm, you know? Like now we have synthetic fibers that are as warm as fur, as warm as goose down, as warm as wool, so people don't have to wear as many natural fibers as before. But like I feel like in Canada it would have been very common to have a fur coat. In the winter here, what else are you gonna wear? A wool coat? But like if you had any money, I can't imagine why you wouldn't have a fur coat. I remember as a kid seeing the mannequins in the window with fur coats on. Like, I'm sure in the last 50 years they were very luxurious, but like 100 years ago, 200 years ago, was fur as luxurious as it is now? I don't think so. Because I think that you had to have warm clothes. Apparently tobacco is used as an insecticide. Okay, that makes sense to me because there is a ton of tobacco in the lining here. Maybe they scattered it in. It's in the space between the fur and the lining. Like, how would it get where I am right now? I can't imagine it would, like, you see the work I'm doing to get through to this? I bet you they scattered tobacco in as they were making it. This old-ass tobacco. That would be a very, rough cigarette. Okay, let me get this out of my way. Good. Lining. Now back over to the other side. I'm excited to show you what this looks like on the reverse side, because you can tell there's multiple. Hey, get off my rocks, you! Get off. Go on. Little demon. Okay. There we go. Oh, good. That yarn, that thread has just broken down. Oh, the fabric has broken down also. Gorgeous. Ugh, I just ripped the wool a little, the fur a little bit. Ooh, Chinese fur. Or Korean fur. Some Asian language is stamped on here. Well, this is way less work. I didn't realize the thread was so weak. I can just pull it off. Okay, good stuff. Oh, we're so close. I can feel it in my bones. There's no way this was all just from someone smoking. There's just too much tobacco in here. Almost there. Okay. Cool, cool. Okay. So close to being done opening this up. Switch to a synthetic thread here. Much stronger, held up a lot stronger. But I'm stronger. There. I think that's all of it. Oops. Lining removed. Oh, one more piece. Almost done. Oh, it's a long piece, but it'll be done fast because this, I forgot that I can tear this part without hurting the leather. Another stamp in a language that I do not know how to read. Yeah, I'm definitely putting this outside for a while. just to air it out. Thank you. You're so good. You're so cute. You're so cute. All right, last piece of lining. Okay, ready? Here is the fur that remains after removing all the lining. Here's what the inside looks like. Now this spot, I'm going to just follow the line down from the pocket. And turn it into 3 beautiful pieces. Lots of material to work with, yes, absolutely. I'm gonna leave that one and mend that, but then where the other pocket is, I'm gonna cut there as well. But I wanna show you the stamp on it. There we go. Now I've got one panel. Beautiful. I'm gonna cut the trim off of the panel. Good. So there's one panel now. Perfect. Beautiful. Ready to be worked with. Don't know what we'll do with it yet, but it's pretty sturdy. It doesn't feel like this one's gonna fall apart. Let me show you in the phone. See, look. So I guess that this fur came from overseas. Interesting, isn't that? That's on the leather side. Whoa, a sing-song going on, isn't it? Japanese is characters. Oh, I thought Chinese was too. I'm not a doctor. Cut the trim off of that also, because we already did. Just cutting the edge off. Another beautiful piece of fur, ready to be used. And then the big boy piece. This one is the most gorgeous, because it is so large. We'll be able to do something with that for sure. And I'm just gonna trim that bottom trim off again, because it's stiff and it won't survive. I wonder if you could use it as gores in a skirt. Oh, wouldn't that be gorgeous? Full fur panels on a long skirt. I don't know how functional it would be, but it'd be pretty. There. Cut the trim off the bottom. That's so pretty. Ugh. A bag really could be beautiful though. Like a tote bag made of this. Reinforce it. Plus then I can pet it all the time. There's hair in my soul right now. I just want you to understand. I want you to see. Let me show you what's happening in my life right now. All of that is fur. Look at this. What am I supposed to do here? Do you see this? Do you see it flying through the air? My coffee is undrinkable. All right, I'm gonna go now because I am kind of overwhelmed at how much mess is around me and I need to clean it up and vacuum. Hope you had a good time disassembling this coat with me. I hope you'll come back when we turn it into something, because I feel like this could really make a beautiful bag. I mean, we'll have to see. Maybe it won't. Maybe the bag would be ugly. This can come off, and this can come off. Cool. Oops. And that can come off. Okay, see you Friday. Have a good rest of your day. Don't work too hard. Thanks for hanging out. To everyone who is supporting the channel right now, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. If you want to join and support, check the links in the description box down below. Okay, I'll see you next